Welcome, football fans, to Sylvan Hills Bears football and Sylvan Hills Bears and Maumelle Hornet football on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. I'm Jake Hall, voice of the Sylvan Hills Sports Network, along with my broadcast partner, Dylan Davis. What's up, Dylan?
How's it going, everybody? Happy to be with you here tonight.
And we're happy that you're on here with us. Let me introduce tonight's crew. On production tonight, we will have the amazing Will Watkins doing everything he can over there. On the main cam tonight will be Valerie Haley, and on the field cam tonight will be Patrick Haley. I want to say thank you again, guys, for joining us for our pregame show. Tonight, I wanted to start going ahead. We're going to go ahead and preview some of the teams' matchups tonight for the game against Sylvan Hills and Maumelle Hornets. Sylvan Hills is aiming for its second conference title in 3 years with all of its offensive line returning, which is huge for that running game. The Bears went 7-4 last season and fell short in the first round of the playoffs, but head coach Chris Hill is hoping that that will drive his team to win close games this season.
Yeah, it was a tough end to the season last year for Sylvan Hills. Actually closed the season losing 3 out of their last 4. So we're looking to come out here tonight, week 0, get started out on the right foot. Maybe carry some of that momentum from earlier last season to start out this season.
Absolutely. The Bears will have many returning players, most notably senior quarterback Gavin Tyner, who started all 11 games last fall and should be an excellent leader for the Bears. Tyner's ability to execute that flexbone offense is just very impressive. Watching him operate this season is going to be a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you know, Tyner's got the privilege, like you said, of playing behind a very veteran offensive line. You look at the depth chart, you got senior Josh Lawrence at left tackle, senior Brom Smith at center, senior Braden Crowley at right tackle, and then at the guards you have 2 juniors in Demon Simpson and Jaden White. So again, this is a very veteran offensive line with a veteran quarterback that is going to look to really be physical and run this football.
You know, offense is going to be the strength of their team this year, and you can really tell with all these seniors returning on the offensive side of the ball. We should see a whole lot of points scored from the Sylvan Hills Bears this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's not forget about their running backs. Running backs Dylan Harris, who started 10 games last season, as well as Titus Stout, who will alternate at running back and get those tough few yards when called upon. Stout has just really got a nose for that first down line and the goal line.
Yeah, those are 2 guys that when you need 3 yards and a half, they're going to go out there, they're going to get it for you. They'll put their pads down and won't shy away from contact, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and those are the guys I love to see running in the trenches. But like you said, the strongest part of their team is probably going to be that offensive line. You know, Josh Lawrence, who could possibly be receiving some college offers this season. I'm hoping that that's the case for him this season. Having the entire offensive line is just, you can't really put it into words. I think every coach in the state really would just love to have an entire offensive line returning, because it just gives you that edge above every single person that you're going to play this season.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the quarterback position, if you could have, returning seniors anywhere on the football team, I think a lot of coaches would take it right there up front with the big horses.
Absolutely. The Bears will have to replace some key players, though, on defense, but the strongest part of their defense will probably be that defensive line. 3-year starter, senior defensive lineman Jaden Foster will be leading this unit after getting 16 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles last season. He is just a menace up front.
Yeah, that defensive line is big and they're nasty. You got Dylan Harris, who plays double duty for him at that right defensive end, and he can be a monster at times for opposing offenses.
Absolutely. Another returning starter, though, is that inside linebacker, Jonathan Goins. Jonathan Goins is sure to make a great impact for them this season. He has a great football IQ and really gets things going for their defense. He is sure to be a leader for the entire defense this fall.
Yeah, he's a huge name to have back on the team this year for sure.
They also have secondary senior Dylan Smith returning at cornerback, and junior Pete Overton will be at safety. Expect Overton to have a great junior year after forcing 2 fumbles, recovering 2 fumbles, and intercepting a pass last season, which is pretty impressive for a sophomore season.
Yeah, that's a great sophomore season. That's as good as you can ask for. I can tell you the Sylvan Hills fans are excited to have Pete back there at that safety spot.
The Bears are going to come into the season ranked 5th in the 6A East coaches poll this year and look to make that number right next to their name a little bit higher. But let's go ahead and get to our Maumelle Hornets. The 5A Central Hornets are excited to get the season underway with new coach Brian Maupin. Maupin served on the defensive side of the Hornets, having 2 returning served on the defensive side of the ball with the Senators, the Robinson Senators, last season.
Yeah, Maumelle has the senior quarterback, Weston Pierce. He's a big physical presence in the pocket, like 6'3", 6'4", 200-something pounds. He's got a very good arm and can also be very effective running the football. If Maumelle can give him some time, he'll be able to make some plays out of the pocket tonight and help this Maumelle offense in a big way. However, they have a big challenge ahead of them. This Sylvan Hills defensive line has shown the ability last season and in the preseason this year that they can cause a lot of problems for opposing offenses and opposing backfields.
Absolutely. With Maumelle, though, I think the star player for their team is going to be senior quarterback Weston Pierce, an all-conference performer last season. He contributed to about 2,000 yards last season. He was just a star for them last season, and we're looking to see him improve throughout this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Pierce is the star. He's the key. For Maumelle, if he doesn't go, the team doesn't go. He's got a great arm, like we said, and he's very, very effective running the ball as well.
Yeah, you really can't discount his athleticism. His athleticism may surprise people at some points. But looking forward to this matchup, Hootens has Sylvan Hills favored by 4 in this matchup, so we're probably gonna be a real close game this season. We're going to take a quick break, but when we get back to our pregame show, we will take a look at the other PCSSD Sports Network matchups as well as our Natural State Sports games to watch across the state this week. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our other PCSSD Sports Network matchups tonight. Let's get started with our game of the week. Joe T. Robinson against Pulaski Academy. Defending 4A state champs Joe T. Robinson Senators will be at defending 5A state champs Pulaski Academy Bruins. As the Joe T. Robinson defensive coordinator the past 5 seasons, he was Mop and the head coach of Maumel left defensive coordinator from the Senators last season, and now they're going to have to replace the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, this is a great matchup here in Week 0. You have Joe T. Robinson, who's had a lot of success as of late in the 4A. They're the defending state champions in 4A. They've been forced to bump up to 5A this season. And then you have Pulaski Academy, as everyone knows, the powerhouse here in Central Arkansas. They dominated 5A, have won 3 straight 5A state titles. So they are also moving up a division into 6A this season. So you have 5A, Joe T. Robinson, making the trip over across town at Pulaski Academy. That's for sure going to be a good one.
This is going to be the 3rd straight year these teams open the season facing each other. Joe T. has a sophomore quarterback, Quentin Murphy, who already has numerous offers from notable colleges. Both schools move up a classification, like Dylan said a minute ago. But we're looking to see if we can't get some exciting matchups out of them today.
Yeah, Mr. Murphy is a young man that has a lot of people excited. He's a very highly touted prospect, true 4.5 speed. And like Jake said, he's got offers from just about everyone in the country: Arkansas, Auburn, Tennessee, University of Pittsburgh, and several others.
In that game, Hootens favors PA by 9. So hopefully our Senators might be able to pull out an upset in that one. But let's get on to the Mills game. 5A Central Mills Comets will be hosting 5A East Forest City Mustangs.
Yeah, Mills coming out of the gate with the conference game. Huge start to their season to get off on the right foot.
Absolutely. Mills is an exciting team this year with 3 D1 prospects on their roster, including running back Jabray Shaw, who is committed to UCA, and skill players QJ King and Daniel Brown. Yeah,
that roster's got talent all up and down it. And there's a name you didn't mention that has a ton of people excited. That's defensive end Charleston Collins. That's another kid that's just going to be able to play wherever he wants to in college. Offers from Alabama, Arkansas, LSU, Georgia, just to name a few.
Absolutely. And when you got offers from those types of schools, then you know that he is a great player. The Mustangs have only won 3 games in 2 seasons and look to get the season started on the right foot under new coach Ronald Lewis. Ronald Lewis was a former assistant at Pine Bluff last year, and he's looking to try to turn things around over there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Forest City's working on their 3rd coach in as many seasons. We actually saw them here last week for our benefit game against Sylvan Hills. They have a team with some athletes out there, but I think they're going to struggle this season under the first-year head coach. But only time will tell.
When a new coach comes in like that, it's not only is it just in putting your philosophy on the team, but it's just like the whole mentality of the program. You're going to have to really turn things around over there.
Yeah, and there's a lot that kids have to learn. You're asking, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids to learn an entire system in pretty much just a summer. It's impossible in a lot of cases, and so you really, got to look at 3-4 years down the road to really turn a program around.
Yeah, it really just takes the mindset of the team to really just rally behind their new head coach and just do their best. But Hootens has Mills favored by 20 in this matchup, so it should be. So according to Hootens, it should be an easy matchup for them. But let's look at our other matchups across the state. It's starting with Class 7A. This game isn't tonight, but it will be tomorrow night. Bryant versus the third-ranked 6A Benton Panthers.
Everybody knows about this one, right? It's the Salt Bowl. Going to be 25,000 plus people there. Always a huge event here in Central Arkansas. Looking forward to that one tomorrow. Ought to be a great game.
Absolutely. That game's always exciting to go to. I know the last few games probably weren't as exciting, but it's hard to miss those classic teams going up against each other. Bryant has won 4 state titles in a row and are returning the majority of their defense this season.
Yeah, Bryant is the model in Arkansas high school football right now. I think they've won something like 42 straight games. just been absolutely dominant in the highest conference we have here.
No, it's definitely hard to not notice how dominant they have been. Benton, coming off a second-round playoff loss, has a couple talented guys on offense and defensive line, and look to beat Bryant for the first time since the teams met in the playoffs in 2005.
Yeah, anytime Benton can finally get that monkey off the back, it would be an amazing feat for the Panthers. I look for Brad Harris to have his team ready to compete, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Hootens picks Bryant by 14 in this matchup, which is a little closer than I think it's been in a few years. Let's get to our Class 6A game. Little Rock Catholic hosting North Little Rock in what is expected to be a close game.
Yeah, North Little Rock's not the North Little Rock that it has been in years past. They've had a couple down years here. A lot of that due to the success of the Bryant Hornets. Not everybody can be number one. But that ought to be a pretty good game, really. Catholic has a very good football team this year, and those two teams are just right across the river from one another, so that ought to be pretty exciting.
North Little Rock is a team that's been knocking on the door ever since they won a title, I think back in 2018. They've just been knocking on the door, but, Bryant Hornets are just standing in their way as well as everyone else in that Class 7A division. It's going to be, if you want to win the state title, you got to go through the Bryant Hornets. But let's move on to Class, Hootens picks North Little Rock by 7 in that matchup, so looking to be a close game. But let's move on to Class 5A. Valonia at Hot Springs. Valonia was a good team last year, made a run in the playoffs, had a very talented quarterback. I think they're going to be losing a few seniors this year, but Hootens favors Hot Springs by 5 in this matchup.
That ought to be a good one down in the Hot Springs area.
And then here we go. Let's move on to 4A. This is one of the better games that we're going to have tonight. Number 1, Warren at number 2, Stuttgart. That's going to be a matchup of heavy hitters. Warren has won 13 of the past 15 matchups with Stuttgart and looks to continue that trend.
Yeah, how often do you get two top 3 teams, facing off in week 0? Very exciting start to their season. And as everybody knows, Warren is known for producing a few wide receivers out of there. They have 2 sophomores that at wide receiver that everyone thinks is going to turn out to be a star. It'll be interesting to see how those sophomores fare on the road for their first high school game over in Stuttgart, which is no easy trip for anyone.
I don't know what's in the water over there in Warren, but they sure do know how to make some wide receivers out there. That's for sure. But thank you for joining us for tonight's pregame show. When we get back, it'll be time for our kickoff.
My name is Brandon Aker. I'm the owner and pharmacist here at Aker Family Pharmacy in Maumel. So here in our pharmacy, we like to focus on a hyper-personalized relationship with our patients, and that continues into our service sets. So we offer free delivery, curbside vaccinations, as well as custom compounded medications, including extended hours as well. I think you don't know the level of intimacy that you're going to get with your patients until you really get in it, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
It's the Labor Day sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room.
Yes. Welcome back, Sylvan Hills and Maumelle Hornet fans, to a great matchup between Sylvan Hills and Maumelle on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. It's about time for our kickoff as Sylvan Hills is about to come out of the tunnel.
Yeah, got the captains on the field now. Coin toss looks like it's underway. Scoreboard shows 3 minutes to kickoff. Starting to feel real here.
Absolutely. I think at this time, I just want to give a shout out to the Medicine Shop of North Little Rock. If you're in need of getting a prescription filled, check out our friends at the Medicine Shop of North Little Rock. They are located at 3836 JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock and can be reached at 501-758-1010. Get your prescription quickly with personalized and friendly service.
Hornets have won the toss, and they have deferred. Sylvan Hills will receive the kickoff. Will defend the east end zone. So, all right, Jake, we're here.
Yes.
2 minutes to go till kickoff. The teams have their marching orders.
Man, I have been waiting for this day for all month, man. Football is finally back, and I cannot tell you how excited I am, Dylan.
All month. I've been counting down the days since it ended in February. Here comes Maumelle Hornets to their sideline.
Maumelle Hornets looking to improve off of a disappointing loss last year against Greenbrier. I've had the privilege of calling that game, and gosh, it was so close. I hated to see it for them, but I hope they have a good season this year.
Yeah, that was a very good football game. They unfortunately couldn't pull that one out. But they're back this year with a very good team, a senior quarterback, Weston Pierce, and they're here to do damage.
That's right. And here come your Bears. The Bears look jacked up tonight. That is just an amazing, coming through that tunnel that first week, there's nothing like it.
Oh, how can you not be excited? Week 0, first game of the season. You got the band in the stands, the cheerleaders on the sideline. Stands are getting packed out. Smell a hot dog and cheap nachos in the air. Can't beat it.
I appreciate it, Hurricane. I was informed by Coach James over here, the baseball coach, before we started our broadcast that it is Tyner. And I apologize to the family for mispronouncing his name last week. I really feel so bad, but I will not get it wrong. I promise you that. And here we go. The game is underway. Sylvan Hills catches it. Must the catch and gets tackled around the 15-yard line. I'm sorry, folks, if I'm having a little trouble with the numbers here. The sun is just blaring straight into those white numbers for Sylvan Hills, and it's a little tough to see at times.
That's going to be sophomore Cleo Pinn, and that's a sophomore mistake right there. Just that's a ball that he's got to catch first before he looks to go make a move and get upfield.
Definitely had his eyes downfield right there.
It's to be expected from the young guy, though. Little nerves on the opening kickoff.
I'm excited to see what this offense can get going right here on the first drive. Let's see what they got. Tyner with the snap. Hands it off. Up the middle for about 3 yards right there. Gets a couple tough yards.
Yeah, going to be about 2nd and 4 for the Bears here. That's a great gain on first down. Dylan Harris with the carry there. And again, as always, he's physical. You're not bringing him down with one man. You better get the whole defense there, or he's going to keep them churning and keep eating up yards.
Tyner back under center. Takes a snap, hands it back to Harris. Up the middle is just carrying a guy for about 5 yards right there, it looks like.
First down.
Looks like that's going to be enough for a first down. Let's see. And they're going to move the chains. That's good. That's going to be good enough for a Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down.
I mean, what a start for the Bears. If they can sit here and do this all night long, it's going to be a very long evening for the Maumelle Hornets.
Well, the defensive line of Maumelle is going to have to close down quick, or else or it's going to be a tough night.
I think we had some movement.
That's going to be an offsides penalty against the Maumelle Hornets, and that's going to move those Bears up another 5 yards.
There's a lot that goes on in the backfield with this offense. There's a lot for your eyes to see as a defender, a lot to throw you off the scent, so to speak. Got to remain disciplined and make sure you're playing your responsibility.
Tyner with the snap again. He's going to pitch it back to 41, going up the right side, and he gets stopped up early right there at about the 39-yard line is what it looks like to me. Yep, that gets stopped at the 39-yard line.
Looks like he's just short of a first down. Going to be second and a frog hair, it looks like.
That was Cleo Penn with that run right there.
Second and short. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to hand it to big number 33, Dylan Harris. Let him do his thing.
I agree. Tyner sneaks it right there, or Tyner sneaks it right there and gets another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down. Apologize again. I will not let it happen.
Old habits die hard.
Absolutely.
Fresh set of downs here for the Bears.
Oh, wait. Are they not going to give him that first down? Must have been okay, false start on the offense, which is going to move him back about 5 yards. False starts like that, something to be expected in the first game. It's something that every team has one or two of those, especially in the first game of the season.
Yeah, definitely going to be a few jitters. The heart rate's a little elevated. A few mistakes like that are to be expected. Just got a little too excited on that one.
Tyner takes it, hands it off to Harris again. He's up the right side. He's breaking tackles for about 9 yards, and that's going to be good enough for another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down.
Again, big number 33 right up the middle. Just a dominant force, very tough to bring down. And he's showing you what this offense is all about, right? Here's the dive, here it is again, and here it is for a third time. You better find a way to stop it.
And they're going to give Dylan Harris a break as Titus Stout is going to come into the ball game at running back. Tyner takes a snap, pitches it back to Colin Billings off the left side, but he's got the speed. He's going to, when he gets tripped up right at the 35-yard line on their side of the 50. But that's going to be good enough for another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down, and that is just a great gain from Billings right there.
Yeah, what a run from Billings. Had all kinds of room down here on the left side. Fortunate for Maumelle, cornerback number 2 was able to make a shoestring tackle, or Mr. Billings would have been off to the races on that one.
I think that would have been 6 if he wouldn't have got tripped up right there. But that was just a great show of speed on his part, and we hope to see more of that throughout this whole season.
Yeah, and I mean, this drive is off to a great start for Sylvan Hills. Right, started on their own 19-yard line. They're now on the opponent's territory and have milked.
Tyner takes the snap, gives it to Penn up the right side. He's got room. He's going to go all the way up to about the 20-yard line. He just had all sorts of room right there.
Man, Cleo Penn, I thought he was going to be stopped in the backfield there. He rips a nice little shoulder move there, a little dead shoulder, and is able to get the edge. And he actually took out our cameraman over there, I hear. Pat, are you okay? Pat's okay, I hear. I hear Pat's okay.
That's good to hear. Man, those Cleo Penn and Colin Billings, they just have this ability to just fool you, because I keep thinking they're down, and they just won't go down.
Man, the speed is real out of those two, that's for sure. You let them get in space, they're going to make you pay.
Tyner with the snap, hands it off to Harris again, and he's going to get about 2 yards. Nothing going for him up the middle. Just didn't open up for him.
Yeah, Maumelle defensive line held stout on that one. There's no room to run for Mr. Harris. It'll be second and 9 for this Bears offense.
They got a good drive going for the first one of the season.
Yeah, this is going right to plan for Coach Chris Hill, right? We've burned, 4 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock. Started on our own 19. We're now on the opponent's 19-yard line. Just a great drive to start this game for the Sylvan Hills Bears.
Tyner with a QB sneak just behind that big offensive line of his, and he manages to get about 5 yards right there.
It's going to be about 3rd and 5, it looks like.
You know, Chris Hill's approach to the game, just, run that ball, chew that clock up. You know, if you keep that offense off the field, there's no way they're going to score any points on you, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can't win if you don't score, some people like to say. So a good place for the opponent's offense to be.
Fumbled by Harris, and it's picked up by the Hornets. Oh, man, there was just a mishap on the handoff right there. I'm not really sure what happened, but the ball just popped out onto the ground, and Maumelle came up with it.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there. Had a great drive going in the red zone. And that looked like it was the senior Dylan Harris and senior Gavin Tyner. That's not something you'd really expect out of those two to mess up an exchange like that. But nonetheless, the defense is going to have to pick them up here.
I think that Maumelle defensive line had gotten in the backfield, and Harris was just looking forward at that guy making penetration, and he just couldn't hang on to it.
All right, so if you're senior quarterback Weston Pierce, it's the first drive of your senior season. Your defense just made a great play for you to get you this ball with a tie ball game. We'll see what the senior can do for his team here. Looks like there's a little confusion early from Maumelle.
Pierce takes the snap. He rolls out left, and he gets it. And he was aiming for number 5, but just outthrew him just by a hair.
Yeah, overthrew him on that one. He had his man for a small gain out there in the flat, but just couldn't hit his man.
Ball's still at about the 15-yard line, looking at 2nd and 10 right here. Pierce with the snap, fake handoff, and he just chunks it into the ground. That was a miscommunication. I believe that was a forward pass, or at least it looked like it from this angle.
Yeah, tough to tell. They waved it off immediately as an incomplete pass. But, yeah, not sure what was going on with that one. Quarterback and receiver were not on the same page for sure.
You know, those are the type of hiccups you might have under a new head coach. You know, first-year new head coach, trying to implement this system. And, it might not all be there just yet.
Yeah, definitely going to be a learning curve for every team starting the season, especially with one with a first-year head coach. 3rd and 10. Let's see if we can get some pressure here.
Pierce takes the snap, aims left, going deep to number 31, and he's wide open. Oh, just got past number 9, but number 9 brings him down at about the 48-yard line. Pete Overton with the tackle right there.
Yeah, that's a great throw and catch right there. We had decent coverage on him, but Weston Pierce stood in there, had a little pressure in his face, and was able to make a very nice throw right on the money to his receiver.
And Maumel's going to go with the hurry-up right here, already in formation.
It's important for this defense to bounce back.
Pierce with the snap again, looking right again. Oh, he's going to move left from some pressure. Over the middle, wide open is 31 again. Alan Timmons just wide open in the middle of the field, and he gets brought down right at about the 20-yard line. That's going to be another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down for Maumelle.
Yeah, and that's the senior quarterback showing. Let's see, I think we got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be defensive holding. That's going to be declined. But you see the seniority from the quarterback right there from Maumelle. Pressure in his face, and he doesn't panic, just slides to his left and delivers a throw right on the money to number 31 across the middle.
If you're Sylvan Hills, you just got to be trying to get some pressure with that defensive line because those wide receivers are getting open, and so you've got to put some pressure on that quarterback because that senior is tearing you apart right now. Motion in the backfield. Pierce takes a snap, pitches it to 22 up the left side, and he has a bunch of room right there, and he's going to get about 5 to 7 yards, it looks like.
Going to be a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be enough for a Medicine Shops of North Little Rock first down for Maumelle.
Yeah, just a quick pitch there. They sent the guys in motion, were able to get the edge. Just playing a numbers game right there, right? First and goal for the Hornets.
Pierce with the snap, hands it off again up the right side, but he's stopped in the backfield by a Sylvan Hills defender. I didn't see who made that tackle. It was Drewian Holloway. Man, that was just a great hit in the backfield. Just stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, the senior strong side linebacker did what he was supposed to do. He read his key, and he went and reacted and made a play.
See, those are the type of plays you need to get this defense going. Get everybody in gear. Let everybody know that this is not about to keep happening like that.
So going to be second and goal from the 9.
Pierce takes a snap, gives it to Joyner again, and he's met in the backfield by 33, Dylan Harris. Both sides of the ball making his impact on this game.
Yeah, that's good to see from Dylan Harris. Had the fumble on the failed exchange on the previous drive. Here he is making plays down here on the goal line.
It's going to be third and goal for them, about 10 yards to go till they hit that goal line.
I'm not sure what Maumel's kicking game is like, but it would be huge for Sylvan Hills to hold them to a field goal attempt here.
If you can
get this defense off the field.
If you can get a defensive stop right here, that is just a lot of confidence that you're getting for this defense, replacing a lot of seniors. Handing off to Joyner.
First.
Oh, but it looks like they're going to call a false start or
blown dead.
It's blown dead by the refs. I'm not sure what the call is. Offsides on the defense, which is going to get Maumelle another 5 yards closer to that goal line.
I believe they called that on the cornerback. That's not something you see very often, the cornerback getting called for offsides. Usually the line judge will just tell him, hey, you're offsides, back up a little bit, but didn't give him that benefit of the doubt on that one.
Pierce with the snap, hands it off to number 28, and he's just wide open, just walks into the end zone. That is a touchdown for Maumelle, and that touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. Jaden Warsham with the touchdown right there for Maumelle. He brought it out to the left side, and there was just nobody there to meet him.
Noah Gurney on to attempt the PAT. Quarterback Weston Pierce will hold. Kick is up and is good. Maumelle will take a 7-0 lead here at Bill Blackwood Field. And man, that one stings a little bit if you're Sylvan Hills, right? We were inside the red zone with a first down and turned the ball over. Maumelle makes pretty quick work of that drive to go put 7 up on the scoreboard. Man, what a start for senior quarterback Weston Pierce.
He was just he was definitely on fire right there, and 31 Alan Timmons was just figuring out how to get wide open down the field. He was not dropping balls, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're easy to catch when you got a quarterback dropping them right in your breadbasket like that. Let's see if this Sylvan Hills offense is able to sustain another drive and this time finish it off. Back deep to receive for the Bears is going to be number 3, Colin Billingsley, and 41, Cleo Penn.
Noah Gurney with the kickoff right here. It's going to go deep left, and it's grabbed this time, held on to by Cleo Penn. He's up the right side. He's got some room, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. That's a pretty good return for Penn right there.
Yeah, he had a little bit of trouble corralling that one as well. Just kind of a strange kickoff off the foot of Mr. Gurney there. It seems like it's about 15 foot off the ground the entirety of its flight. Just a strange one to kind of corral for Mr. Billingsley.
You know, the flight of the ball, and I'm pretty sure the sun is in their eyes, so that's going to be it's going to be tough to battle that sun when it's glaring you right in the eyes. They're going to have to act like center fielders right here.
Yeah, get the flip down shades on, boys.
On the visitor side. Thank you.
Let's see if Sylvan Hills can recapture some of that success they had on the first drive. Obviously looking for a different
Tyner
ending.
with the snap, hands it off to Harris, and he's got up the right side, breaking a few tackles, and he gets about 6 yards. Just bangs his way for that 6 yards. Those are some tough yards right there.
Man, a good physical run. I just love to see something like that. Got hit in the backfield, and he's able to turn it into 6 yards. It's just a good hard run, and you love to see.
Tyner takes a snap, hands it off to Harris again, but he's met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back by a host of Maumelle defenders right there.
Yeah, that's a nice play by number 20, B.J. Beats. He was in the backfield waiting on that one, had it sniffed out, was able to make the play.
Yep, there was nothing Harris could do on that one right there. I really appreciate you guys tuning in to the Sylvan Hills Sports Network and the Maumelle Sports Network to take a look at this great matchup we have tonight. I appreciate it, and make sure you tune in to our Akel's halftime show, where we will be recapping the first half and checking in with our other games on the PCSSD Sports Network.
All right, 3rd and short here for the Bears. This is a big one for him to pick up.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off. Fakes the handoff. Fooled me there, but he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage and has nowhere to go.
Decision time here for Coach Chris Hill. It's going to be 4th and about 4. They're on your own 40. Yeah, it looks like we're going to send out the punt team here.
Going to send out the punt team. Hopefully, this defense will have an answer for that Maumelle passing game when they come out here. There's about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first quarter, with the score Maumelle 7, Sylvan Hills 0. Sylvan Hills with the punt, decent punt, hits at about the 35-yard line, and the returner breaks some tackles, but he's going to be brought down behind where he caught the ball at about the 28-yard line. That was good coverage by the Sylvan Hills Bears.
Man, that was an interesting decision for him to field that football, but he went up and made a nice catch. Somehow kept his balance as he got hit in the air and was able to hold on to that one and get a couple positive yards before being brought down.
You heard that crowd noise. I thought he had muffed the punt there for a second because I heard a lot of oohs and ahs right there, but he managed to somehow get away from those tacklers and get into some space, but not for long.
Yeah, that was a strange-looking play there. All right, so it's big for this Bears defense to go get a stop right here on 1st down. Right, we don't want to wait till the next set of downs. We want to come out and show this Maumelle offense that it's not going to be easy all night.
I think this Maumelle team has proven that they are not they don't. Oh, and that's going to be a timeout for the Maumelle Hornets at the 2-minute and 28-second mark. While we're in this timeout, let me go ahead and give you a good shout out. I want to thank Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending for sponsoring Natural State Sports Network this year. If you are looking for a mortgage lender, home loan program, or competitive pricing, check out Cornerstone Home Lending at www.loansbydio.com. Located at 1701 Centerview Drive, Unit 200 in Little Rock. I just thank you, Dio.
Yeah, so Maumelle came out. They were a little confused on that one. You saw the receivers talking to one another, and they decided to call a timeout before the play clock expired. We'll see what they have for us out of the timeout.
You know, Maumelle has proven they don't care how much yardage they have, but because they are going to sling it. Pierce with the snap, and he steps back, and he launches it again to number 12, who's wide open, and he makes just a fantastic catch right there against number 29, the cornerback. That was number 12, Elijah Newell, with an amazing jump and catch right there for the Maumelle Hornets.
My goodness, what a catch. Elijah went up, climbed the ladder, and went up making a heck of a catch over the cornerback on that one and was able to hold on to it. That was just an impressive catch right there.
It was a very impressive catch for sure. And that's going to be a false start on the Maumelle Hornets right there. There was some type of no communication between the center and quarterback right there, as the ball was not even snapped.
Looked like everybody knew the snap count except the center.
That's going to move him back 5 yards, and that's going to make it a 1st and 15 for the Maumelle Hornets with about 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Pierce takes the snap, pitches it to number 1, and he's got some room on the left side. He's moving up, and he's going to have about 7 yards right there. Man, it looked like he ran a really long ways for only 7 yards right there. That was number 1, Candler, with a decent run to the left side. That's going to make it about 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that was tough right there for the Sylvan Hills Bears defense. You have them in 1st and long, and then you give up, 9-10 yard run to put them right back on schedule.
Pierce takes the snap, gives it to Joyner, and he's met around the line of scrimmage, but able to scoot forward and fall forward for about 4 yards right there, which is going to make it 3rd and 2nd for the Maumelle Hornets.
Yeah, it was the senior Dylan Smith that made the tackle there in the backfield.
Let's see if Sylvan Hills can bow their necks and get a stop on this 3rd and short right here.
3rd and short, you may have to defend 2 downs here. You're kind of in no man's land. We'll see how Maumelle plays this.
No, you got to be looking for Jaden Foster, the senior, to try to get some penetration right here and disrupt whatever Maumelle's got going on.
Trying to draw them off sides with the hard count. They're going to burn another timeout.
To avoid a delay of game, they're going to burn another timeout, the Maumelle is. And that is going to send both teams to the sideline to regroup, and hopefully Sylvan Hills comes out and they can really make a stop right here.
Yeah, this feels like a big drive for both teams, right? Sylvan Hills, this quarter's about to expire on us. We've got 1 minute, 4 seconds left in the quarter. It would really hurt to give up a touchdown and go down 14-0. That defense really needs to bow their necks and find a way to get a stop right here on this 3rd down.
Sylvan Hills, they have a lot of seniors on offense, so you never want to count them out, no matter how much they're down. But you know that they really want to try to avoid giving up points right here to the Hornets. Pierce takes the snap, and he keeps it, and he's just got a lot of running room right there. Definitely enough for a 1st down. That's going to be a Medicine Shops of North Little Rock 1st down right there for the Maumelle Hornets.
Yeah, and that's what he can do, right? You're all bowed up expecting the running back to get the ball on that one, and at the last second the quarterback pulls it, and he's got room on the edge to make a play.
Right there, you just got to have discipline from your defensive end not to bite on that fake right there, because that's the only thing stopping that quarterback from handing that ball off. Pierce takes a snap, and he throws it to number 4 on the outside, but he's met out on the outside by a host of Sylvan Hills Bears right there. He just had nothing working. That was a great team tackling by the Sylvan Hills right there.
Yeah, Jaden Foster and Dylan Smith in on that one. Dylan Smith was the first one there. Got the seniors back there in the backfield making a play.
Those are the type of plays that you need to make right here to really show them that you mean business. Let's see if Sylvan Hills can't get a stop right here and avoid points. Second and about 12. Pierce steps back.
All day
launches it to the right side, but it is short from intended target number 11 for the Maumelle.
Yeah, pretty good protection to start the play there and broke down at the last minute on him. But great coverage on the back end by the Sylvan Hills Bears. Quarterback just had to throw it away on that one.
Yeah, he just didn't have anywhere to throw it right there. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter for this game again with Maumelle Hornets and the Sylvan Hills Bears. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back again at the beginning of the second quarter. Welcome back, football fans, to Bears football on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. And I know that we have Hornet fans tuning in to us as well, because this is a joint broadcast for both teams tonight. So I want to thank the Hornet fans for showing up to this network as well.
Come one, come all. The more the merrier, they say. We're going to start the second quarter with a 3rd and 13 for the Hornets. What do you think they come out with here, Jake?
3rd and 13. I mean, they've been slinging it all over the place. Unless they want to go conservative and run it up the middle, I'm expecting them to try to launch it up one of these sidelines like they've been doing all game.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them run it, maybe pick up a couple for a field goal, but we'll see.
Pierce takes the snap, and he hands it off to Joyner. He's up the right side, and he's got all sorts of room, but it's not going to be enough for a first down, and that's going to be fourth down and about 7 for the Hornets. And let's see if they're going to bring out the kicking unit or keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, 4th and 7. We'll see. As many of you know, the kicking game can be a bit of an adventure at the high school level. We'll see what the first-year coach decides to do. Looks like he's going to keep the offense on the field.
That was enough yardage to really, you don't really know if it's going to be a pass or a run right here, because they just ran it on 3rd down.
Just get the play away. No, they're going to call him for delay of game.
There is linen on the lawn.
The penalty was a false start on the Hornets right there, and that's going to back them up another 5 yards and make it a 4th and long right here. Well, that's exactly what you wanted if you're a Bears fan.
Yeah, 4th and 12, but you're just kind of in no man's land if you're the Hornets, right? You can't kick a field goal from here. Don't want to punt it from here. So you might as well try to pick this up. It's a big stop right here for this Bears defense.
This would be a huge stop, absolutely. Pierce takes a snap, steps back, and he's going to launch it down the middle, but he falls down. He falls down what looks like it's going to be short of the first down. And it is short of the first down. Sylvan Hills with a fourth down stop right there.
That's a huge play for the defense. I think if Weston Pierce hits his man in stride there, he probably picks up the first down and maybe more. But the receiver had to pick that one up off his shoe tips, and it was really a great play to even make the catch. But he stumbled and wasn't able to pick up the first down. Huge stop for the Bears defense. Let's see if this offense can get back in gear.
Hopefully that's the case right here. Tyner with the snap, and he hands it off to Harris again, and he's up the middle, keeps breaking tackles. Man, every single time this guy touches the ball, he's just carrying a Hornet defender on his back for numerous yards. And that's going to be enough for a Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down for the Sylvan Hills Bears.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Harris is just tailor-made for this offense. He gets the ball, and he's going forward. He's not looking to dance, not looking to go sideways. He gets the ball, puts his foot in the ground, and he's getting downhill in a hurry.
Absolutely. So the ball's about the 29-yard line. And there's going to be the whistle is being blown, and it sounds like a timeout for the Bears right here. They want to get things in order and make sure they're on the same page.
And we have a timeout, Sylvan Hills. That is their first timeout of the first.
There's about 10 minutes and 12 seconds left in this second quarter. So I just want to remind you guys to tune in for our Eccles halftime show, where we will be recapping the first half and checking in on the other games on the PCSSD Sports Network.
Watching the first-year coach here from Maumelle, Brian Maupin, he's very animated in the huddle, very excited guy, if you want to use those words, down there on the sideline. It's been fun to watch thus far. He was pretty fired up about something coming into that timeout.
Yeah, I saw that over there. He was really trying to emphasize whatever he was talking about right there. Tyner takes the snap, and he hands it up, pitches it back to Billings up the left side, and he is met hard by a Maumelle defender. But that's going to be enough for about a 4-yard gain, which on first down, that's a pretty good gain on first down.
Yeah, it's a nice solid gain. Number 40, Matthew McGarra for Maumelle came up and made the big hit there. But not before Billingsley gained 4 yards on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Which is right where this offense needs to be, right? Ahead of the sticks in second and third and medium.
Tyner takes a snap. He rolls out to the right side, and he throws it to the left, and it's intercepted by the Maumelle Hornets, number 2. DeMontre Clegg with the interception right in the middle of the field. The Maumelle Hornets are going to begin their drive at about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice play right there from the safety. He was splitting the difference right there between the two receivers on a double post, and quarterback thought he had looked him off enough. Unfortunately, he came off of Gonzalez there and made his center field turn and was able to pick that pass off. Really a great play from the safety.
It was.
DeMontre Clegg.
It was a great catch by Clegg right there. A way to just really control his body midair right there.
That's one Tyner would probably like to have back. You know, I think if he tucks that and runs, he's got some room to pick up a few yards. Maybe force that one into some tight coverage. Let's see if this Bears defense can pick him up again.
About 9 minutes and 25 seconds left as the Hornets start their drive on the 46-yard line. Sylvan Hills looking to come and make another stop again. Pierce with the snap, steps back, rolling right. He's getting pressured, and he throws to the right side, and it's caught by 31 for Maumelle. And he breaks a tackle, and he's going to the 20, the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Maumelle. That's going to be a deal. That's going to be a touchdown for Maumelle. Number 31, Alan Timmons with the touchdown. That touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. Man, he just did everything he could to stay in bounds, and all of a sudden he had a huge running lane right there.
Yeah, another good play from the senior quarterback. I thought we were going to get him on the sack here. He really just kind of throws this ball up. Number 31, Alan Timmons, went and made a play for him. And then the Bears didn't tackle, right? You give up the pass and the catch, that's all right. You got to come up and make the tackle. Unfortunately, they didn't, and Mr. Timmons was able to skirt down the sidelines all the way to the end zone. The extra point is good, and it's going to be 14-0. Maumelle Hornets here over Sylvan Hills. This feels like a big drive coming up for the Sylvan Hills Bears. Still plenty of time left in this game, but the way it's gone so far, it feels like Sylvan Hills needs to get something going, give their defense a break, and put some points on this scoreboard. Back deep for the Bears will be 41. Cleo Penn, and number 3, Colin Billings. Kicking off for Maumelle is going to be number 60, and that's Noah Gurney. That will go into the end zone for a touchback.
You know, I just have to say, it's Friday night. The sun has finally gone down. It's you're kind of getting a little bit of a breeze in the air, and those lights are turning on. This is what you got to just love about Friday nights in Arkansas.
All right, if you're Sylvan Hills, it's not panic time, right? You've got 2 turnovers that Maumelle has turned into 2 touchdowns. So if you cut out the turnovers, you stay within your offense, we'll be able to put some points on the board here. Just not a time to panic. Just keep doing what you're doing. Stick to the game plan.
Absolutely. Tyner with the snap, hands it off to Harris for about 3-yard gain up the middle. Oh, it's about a 5-yard gain. That's a really good gain on first down right there for Harris. And, you know, with a senior at quarterback like Tyner, you shouldn't be worried. 14 seems like a lot, but that is definitely manageable. It's still the first half. You got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first half. Let's see if you can't get on the board and maybe make a stop on defense, and all of a sudden you're back in this ball game.
Yeah, all day left in this game.
Tyner hands it off again to Harris, and he's going to get about a 3-yard gain right there to make it a 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd and real short here. This is one you got to pick up if you're Sylvan Hills. This is what this offense is designed. If they're designed to get any amount of yardage, it's 3rd and short here. Let's see if they can pick it up, keep this drive alive, and that defense on the sideline resting.
Tyner takes the snap and he does a QB sneak, but I think we're going to get a false. I think we're going to get a false start penalty right here. That is another false start on the Sylvan Hills Bears, and that's going to back them up about 5 yards and make this turn this from a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and that hurts. You know, you got 3rd and short there. Now you're looking at a 3rd and long situation, and just completely turns this drive around.
You know, penalties are just real drive killers right here. But hopefully they can figure out a way to get this convert this long 3rd down right here. Tyner takes the snap and he hands it to Harris, who's met in the backfield. Harris gets about 3 yards on that play to make it about 4th and 3. Let's see what Coach Hill wants to do right here. I would expect the punting unit to come on the field, but it doesn't. I don't see anybody coming off that sideline. Offense is going to stay on the field right here. Maybe try to draw them off sides. Let's find out. Looking towards the sideline. Tyner barking out some orders. Takes a snap and he QB sneaks it right here.
And he got it.
I think he got it. I think Tyner got it right there. Yes,
it's gonna be close.
I think they're gonna move the chains, and they do right there. Sylvan Hills converts on a 4th and 4 right there. That's another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down. That's just a great job for Tyner to get that over that first down marker.
Yeah, Coach Chris Hill rolls the dice a bit there, right? You don't get that. Maumel's got the ball inside your 30-yard line, looking to go up 3 scores, but they did pick it up. Now Maumelle is going to have to keep their defense on the field, and Sylvan Hills' drive continues.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off pitches it back to Billings. Billings up the left side, has some room, and he's gets hit by number 2 from Maumelle. But I think that's going to be about a 5-yard gain for them. 5-yard gain for Billings. That's a great run. You love to see a good 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, good little play design there, and that's what this offense is, right? It'll trick you. There's a lot of eye candy going on in that backfield. It's tough to stay disciplined and play your responsibility.
And that's what you have to do if you want to beat this Sylvan Hills offense, the flex bone.
Yeah, this offense puts a lot of strain on your defense for them to play their responsibility. You can't do anyone else's job. You've got to do your own.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris. He's up the middle for a good 4-yard gain. That it's going to make it 3rd and short for the Bears right here. There's 5 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, and the ball is at about the 39-yard line for the Bears. Let's see if they can't get this first down.
Yeah, and if you're a Sylvan Hills Bears fan, you would like to just see this 5 minutes and 30 seconds dwindle off this clock and
into the score.
And the Bears go into the end zone as the clock sits 0 on this half.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, who's just bowling over kids. And he gets to about the 49-yard line. That's going to be another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down. Just a great run from Dylan Harris for the Bears right there.
Yeah, and as this game goes on, those Maumelle defenders are going to be less and less willing to step in the hole and tackle Mr. Dylan Harris. He makes sure you feel him each and every play. He's a physical back, and he loves to punish a defender.
I'm saying Sylvan Hills. Just want to make this clear. We are saying Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down. That is a sponsor of ours. Thank you. And that's handed off to Harris, and he's going to get about 5 yards right there. It's going to make it a 2nd and 5. Again, just a great first down play right there.
Yeah, I'd love to see that if you're a Bears fan. Hand it off to Mr. Harris, 5 yards. Take it every time.
He hands it off to Harris, who gets about 2 yards right there. 3 yards, finally gets brought down. Looks like they're going to call that a first down. Let's see if they move those chains, and they are going to move the chains. That's Dylan Harris again with the carry, and that's good enough for another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down. Ball's at about the 41 for the Bears right here. Let's 4 minutes left on this clock, and they are just eating this clock away.
Yeah, just what do you want to see if you're a Bears fan? Just a long, slow, methodical drive.
Tyner under the snap, under the center again, hands it off. And he's let the line of scrimmage. That was Harris again, met at the line of scrimmage only for about a 1 yard gain right there.
Going to be 2nd and long for the Bears. Got to come up with something here to get you in 3rd and manageable.
Tyner under center. Takes the snap, and he keeps it, and he moves up the right side, and he gets a good gain right there. That's about a 6 yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and very short, about 3rd and 2, I believe.
What a run from Tyner right there, man. He hits the edge, and he's quick to get upfield. That looked pretty good right there on that play.
Absolutely.
Injured Hornet coming off the field.
Injured Hornet, so I think that's going to be an injury timeout right there. Oh, no, that is not going to be an injury timeout. They're going to continue play.
Third and very short. Again, imperative if the Bears keep this drive alive. 3 minutes to go in the half. Plenty of time.
Tyner with the snap, and he pitches it to Colin Billings.
All kind of room.
And he's got a lot of room up the left side, and he's all the way up to the 20-yard line, gets shoved out of bounds. But that's going to be enough for another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down.
Yeah, I thought we were maybe going to get 15 extra onto that. Looked a little late out of bounds over there, but nonetheless, first down for the Bears. We're officially in the red zone here. Chains were not set. Sylvan Hills is ready to go.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris again up the middle for about a good 5 yards right there. Just rumbling and stumbling up for another 5 yards.
Harris a little slow to get up on that one. I bet he's a little tired on this drive. He's
as you said that he comes out, and I believe Stout is going to come in right here for him. Stout comes in for Harris right here. Another tough running back. One guy comes out, and then another tough guy comes right back in. Tyner takes the snap, hands it to Stout again,
Big
up the
hole.
middle, huge hole, running over, guys. He's not going down without a fight, and he's all the
What
way
a
up to the
run.
5-yard line. What a run by Stout. Just running folks over. That's just a great run, and that's going to be enough for another Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down for the Bears right here.
First name's Titus, last name Stout, living up to the name, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, all the way down to the first down on the 5-yard line. First and goal from the 5.
First and goal from the 5 with about 1:40 left. Tyner takes a snap, and he's going to keep it. And I don't know if he got in the end zone, but he
Down
is
on
sure
the
close.
1.
He sure is close right there, and he's down at the 1, which is going to make it second and just extremely short for the Bears. And, this is the drive that we expected to see out of them at the start of the game,
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see them run this play clock down.
Tyner takes the snap, keeps it again, and it's going to be a touchdown, Tyner. Touchdown, Sylvan Hills Bears. That is just great from Tyner to keep it. Just get behind those big guys up front, and they will carry you all the way into the end zone. And that touchdown is going to be brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. Heck yeah, this is a great touchdown by Sylvan Hills.
Man, what a drive right there. Like we said, they milked pretty much the rest of that half off the clock. Going to come out here in the swinging gate for the PAT. Could be number 42, Brian Gonzalez to kick. Quarterback Gavin Tyner will hold. Peyton Hobby will be the long snapper. Snap is high, holds good. The kick is up. And no good. Or they're going to say that was good. The right official waved his arms no good on that one, but he's overruled by the rest of the crew, and it will be 14-7. Man, what a drive for the Bears. Just what they needed right here before half. Get a little momentum going into the locker room. That's got to be huge for the morale over there.
I want to take it back to that fourth and 4 down here at the other side of the field. Coach Chris Hill rolls the dice and really gets it right there. That's just banking on the senior offensive line and the senior quarterback you have, and just really knowing that your team is going to get that first down, and it paid off. There's about 1:15 left on the clock right here, so we're going to have Sylvan Hills kicking off to Maumelle and see if we can't limit the scoring from Maumelle with such little time left on the clock. Oh, yes, that's our mistake. They did call that field goal no good, so it is 6-14 Maumelle. Gonzalez with the kick off the left side, and it is caught by number 6 at the right in front of the end zone. He's bringing it up the left side, up the middle of the field, and he's brought down in the middle of the field. I think it's going to be
all over the field.
Flags all over the place. I'm not sure if it's either going to be a face mask or a holding. Let's find out.
But yeah, let's circle that 4th down conversion for the Bears on that drive. That could prove to be a huge play on down the line here.
Absolutely.
Going to be a block in the back on the return team. So Maumelle is going to be buried pretty deep here to start this drive with 1:08 on the clock.
Ball's going to be set at the 11-yard line. The 11-yard line, real close to that end zone. They're going to have a long ways to go if they want to get into the end zone right here, but only 1:08 left on the clock.
Maumel's got the one timeout left. We'll see how much they trust the senior quarterback. A turnover here would be pretty devastating. However, he's looked really good throwing the football. We'll see if the first-year head coach trusts his senior quarterback. Maumelle in a double set here.
And they're moving the ball back a couple more yards. I guess they had their measurements wrong right there, the officiating crew. It's good they got it right. So it looks like the ball is going to be set at the 9-yard line. They are starting at the 9. Pierce takes the snap and he tosses out right, but it is just it is just not, and the wide receiver's not able to handle that pass right there, and it bounces right off of his hands.
Yeah, they had the tunnel screen set up, too. Just that ball was low. He wasn't able to make the catch.
Pierce with the snap, looking left side, but he's going to get
trouble.
pressure. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. Oh, he pitches it to the back. He pitches it, and it's picked up by Sylvan Hills. Sylvan Hills picks up the ball. I think this might be a touchdown for the Bears.
That's going to be a safety for Maumelle, or Sylvan Hills is going to get it on the 1.
Safety. That's going to be a safety for the Sylvan Hills Bears. Quarterback Weston Pierce just took the snap, and he was being brought down and for some reason decided to pitch it, but there was nobody there to pitch it to. Ball rolled around, and it just scooted into the end zone, but luckily for them, a Maumelle Hornet fell on it, which is honestly what you probably wanted if you're Coach Maupin right there for the Hornets.
Man, yeah, the senior quarterback just kind of panicked there. He had a lot of pressure, and he was in his own end zone, didn't want to take the safety, but he ends up taking the safety anyway. He's very fortunate that didn't turn out worse than it did, as that ball was bouncing on the ground right at the goal line for quite a while.
You know, that was just a good job by that defensive line for Sylvan Hills. They were getting all kinds of pressure right there. That was Jaden Foster and Carter Manis are all up in that tackle right there, and there was a huge pile on top of the ball, so I didn't see who was all around the ball, but that was just a great play by their defense. Now the real question right here is Sylvan Hills going to try to push their luck and go fast right here to try to score in the next 55 seconds, or are they going to be conservative and take a knee?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And you know, the kickoff after a safety, in the college NFL level is usually, a touchback, a fair catch, going to be a dead ball. But on the high school level, these can get pretty interesting.
And it's kicked off. It's going to be picked up by Penn right there. He's just going to he picks it up late, and he runs it up the right side, and he's got all sorts of room. He's up to the 40, the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cleo Penn with 45 seconds left on the clock to runs back the kickoff. Wow, what a play. Touchdown Bears, and that touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. Let's go.
Man, what a play. The sophomore had the frame of mind to not pick up the ball, to not possess the ball while he had his knee down. You saw him stand up and then pick up the ball, and he took off running, and the hole opened up for him for 6. That was nothing short of incredible.
Man, he came up that right sideline, and once he got to the 35, there was just a lane for him, and he just turned on the jets, left everyone in the dust. There was no stopping that man.
Brian Gonzalez out to attempt the PAT. And because of that safety, it's now tied at 14. The Bears can take a lead here. Tyner to hold. Hobby with the snap. See, we got a whistle here. Going to be a timeout. Maumelle. Now the Maumelle coaches are saying, who, us? We didn't call a timeout. Here we go. PAT. Snap good, hole is good. And that kick is good, confirmed by both officials down there this time. And the Bears are going to take a 15-14 lead with 44 seconds left on the clock. Man, what a play by the sophomore Cleo Penn. Has flipped this game on its head with just one play. Now, if you're Maumelle, you got 44 seconds. Barely avoided disaster on the last drive. We'll see what first-year head coach Brian Maupin has in store for us on this next drive. Just 44 seconds left, just the one timeout. We may see them just take a knee on this thing and take it to half. They did defer, so they will get the ball coming out of half, them being Maumelle.
You know, after a mistake like that in that safety, I would expect them to take a knee when they get this ball right here. Gonzalez with the kickoff, and it's going to hit right in front of the end zone, so it's not going to be a touchback. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Unlucky for Gonzalez right there, but that was it was a good kick.
Yeah, that's where you want to land those balls in high school, right? So it goes into the end zone. It's a dead ball no matter what. So for that ball to land right there on the 1 is generally a great thing, but it bounces sideways on him. We're going to get a kickoff out of bounds here. Maumel's going to start on the 35.
So with the ball coming out of bounds, yes, like Dylan said, the ball is going to be set at the 35-yard line, and there's only 44 seconds left on this clock. So let's see what Maumelle decides to do, if they decide to sling it or take a knee right here.
35-yard line.
Pierce takes the snap, and he steps back. He's looking for the left side, and there's pressure all over him. The defensive line over there, and he throws it to number 7, but he just had no shot at the ball, and that's going to be incomplete for the Hornets right there.
Man, that was really a heck of a job by the quarterback Pierce there to spin out of that pressure. Found himself with some room to throw over here, and really made a pretty decent throw just off the fingertips of his receiver number 7 there.
It seems like Jaden Foster and Dylan Harris are finally getting some pressure on that quarterback, and it's really doing the job for the Sylvan Hills Bears defense.
Yeah, they got back there awfully quick on that one. 37 seconds left on the clock, 1 timeout. We'll see what Maumelle wants to do here.
Pierce takes the snap, and he's looking left again. He's got defenders all over him, and he just he just got his throw interrupted by a host of defensive linemen right there, and it wasn't a good pass at all.
Yeah, the senior quarterback took a shot on that one. He's pretty slow getting up. Missed who that was on the hit from Sylvan Hills, but
with all these incomplete passes, the clock keeps stopping, and that's going to be a timeout for Sylvan Hills Bears as they want to get organized right here on this with 3rd and 10 for Maumelle Hornets.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. You just got to remember you can't give up a big play here. They get a first down, it's not the end of the world, but what you can't do is give up a double move or something here and give up a touchdown before the half. So just keep everything in front. If you're the Sylvan Hills defense, come up and make a tackle.
I want to thank you guys for coming to join this broadcast on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. I want to invite you guys to join us at the halftime for Eichel's halftime show, where we will be recapping the first half and checking in with the other games on PCSSD Sports Network.
We're probably just going to spend the halftime show watching that Cleo Pin playback.
I think I could watch that a lot. I could be watching that all night, honestly, if I had the choice.
We'll just put that on loop for the halftime show.
I can't wait to see that in the top 10 plays this week coming up. I know Steve is going to love watching that one.
I'm being real careful here if I'm Maumelle.
I would be too. I don't know why they're passing it. Pierce steps back, and it's going to be – there's a flag thrown. Not sure if it was offsides or false start. We're going to find out right here.
Yeah, I think that Sylvan Hills bench is getting in the ear of the right tackle over there. Had him a little excited. Wanted to get a head start trying to block that in.
I think this student section down here is making it a little loud for that for the offensive line of the Hornets right now.
3rd and 15, 30 seconds to go. Still just a 1 timeout for Maumelle.
1 timeout each for each team right here. 30 seconds left, and it's going to be a 3rd and 15 for them.
See if Coach Brian Maupin wants to remain aggressive here. Or you got a little confusion between the officials. Not sure what's going on here.
And we're back to playing the football right here. I don't know what the confusion was, but we're back at it.
We're going to add 2 seconds to the game clock.
Pierce takes the snap, and he steps back, looking left, and he scrambles, and he's taken down by Jaden Foster. Jaden Foster with just a huge sack right there on third down. Third down and 15, and he steps up big time.
The big senior kept coming. They couldn't get him at first, couldn't get him on the ground. And then there's big Jaden Foster to clean it up. Sylvan Hills will burn a timeout here, trying to get the ball back before half.
24 seconds left on the clock. Man, if I'm an opposing quarterback, the last thing I want to see is Jaden Foster coming at me.
Ain't that the truth? And, Sylvan Hills here, they're going to take this timeout, force Maumelle to punt this ball. Not only is that huge because Sylvan Hills is going to get the ball back, but just forcing Maumelle to execute a punt here at the end of the half is no easy task. So Chris Hill playing a bit of chess over there, seeing if we can maybe get a punt block, snap over his head, some sort of turnover on this play.
Huge parts of the game that people don't think about is special teams and not getting penalties. Those two things right there can make or break your game, and it might just make it for the Bears tonight as they ran that kickoff back.
Yeah, what a play again, Mr. Cleo Penn.
Let's see if they're going to send some guys right here on this punt. There's not anybody back. Oh, there is. They're not in punt formation. They're going to go for it on this 4th and 17 right here. 4th and 17 with 25 seconds left, and Coach Maupin decides to go for it. Pierce takes the snap. Oh, and it is a punt from the quarterback, and it's going to go roll all the way down to about the 25-yard line before it's finally picked up by the Maumelle offense.
There is a flag back here at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the call is.
I think it's going to be an offsides on the Sylvan Hills defense, and it's probably going to be declined if I was going to guess.
Man, this last minute 10 of this half has been an eternity.
Oh, the Sylvan Hills sideline is clapping. I'm not sure what the clapping is about. False start on Maumelle, which is going to make them repunt it, and they're going to go 5 yards back once again. There's 14 seconds left on the clock now.
A legal procedure. I believe they did not have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, it's a legal procedure? Okay, legal procedure. 14 seconds left on the clock, and Coach Chris Hill decides to accept that penalty and move him back even more, which is it's looking like 4th and a mile now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they're going to do that quarterback pooch kick. That could get interesting here.
They elect to not have anybody back to catch this punt, as they are going to have everybody up close in case there's a fake, and he gets a decent punt, and it's going to roll all the way to about the 25-yard line once again, same spot, but the clock is running down, and I think they stop it with 1 second left on the clock. So Sylvan Hills is going to come out here with 1 second left. I would expect Chris Hill to elect to take a knee with only 1 second left this far away from the end zone.
Yeah, 1 second here on your own 20. I'm going to say we're going to take a knee and get us to halftime here, but I said that for Maumelle's last drive, so we'll see what happens.
With all the craziness that happened at the end of this second quarter, yes, and in there that is going to be a knee by Gavin Tyner. I appreciate you guys tuning in for the first half. That's going to do it for the first half of play. Join us after the break for the Ackles Carpet 1 halftime show.
It's the Labor Day sale at Ackles Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room. Plus 18-month no-interest financing.
We make it beautiful for less.
Come see us today at American Pie Pizza. Enjoy our pizza by the slice daily from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Or catch one of our daily specials like $2 Tuesdays and get $2 off any large pizza. Are wings more your thing? Monday nights are Wingtastic Mondays. So get all the wings you can eat for just 69 cents a wing. And don't forget about the incredible cheese dip. Then to finish it all off, be sure to grab a Pizookie or one of our other amazing desserts. So head over to 9709 Maumelle Boulevard and let our friendly staff serve you today. Call ahead at 501-758-8800 or order online at www.ampiepizza.com. Live free and eat pizza at American Pie Pizza.
our drum majors, Josh Rittenberg and Ainsley Atchison. Drum majors, is the band ready to take the field? Field is go.
Welcome back to the Ackles Carpet One halftime show. We hope you enjoyed the band's performance tonight, and because I know I sure did.
Yeah, it was a great job seeing the bands out there. We actually got to see both bands perform. You don't always get that, but yeah, the Maumelle band made the trip across town, and it was nice to see them perform, as well as the home team, Sylvan Hills.
But let's talk about that first half. You know, Maumelle came out, and they came out really hot right there. The Sylvan Hills offense, they were rolling, but they just kept turning the ball over.
Yeah, Maumelle took advantage of 2 Sylvan Hills turnovers. You know, you had the fumble on the exchange between Tyner and Harris, and then you had the Tyner interception. Maumelle took those turnovers and turned them into 14 points, a 14-point lead, actually. But then Sylvan Hills started to claw their way back.
You know, Sylvan Hills, they sure did claw their way back, and you know, I got to say that senior QB Weston Pierce for Maumelle, he was just slinging the ball, and he really made a connection with number 31 Alan Timmons twice in that first half, both times for touchdowns, and that really just propelled them to jump out to an early 14-0 lead. But then all of a sudden, you know, those Bears, they started clawing their way back with a really long drive that started out with a conversion on 4th down.
Yeah, that was a huge play, right? We were up here debating, you know, is Chris Hill going to go for it, or is he going to punt the football? Comes out and converts the 4th down, and they later take that ball and take that drive and score. And that's what ended up giving them the lead.
That was about an 80-yard drive that got capped off with a 1-yard QB sneak by Tyner. That was his only touchdown of the first half. He had 7 attempts for about 20 yards and 1 touchdown in the first half, rushing-wise. And then Harris, who was running the ball the majority of the time, had 16 attempts for 79 yards. And he was really just running the ball really well that first half.
Yeah, we'll likely see Harris have well above 100 yards rushing on the game. You know, just a great start to the season for the senior. Really like to see him being that workhorse type back. You know, someone they lean on for all 3 downs to go out and get them yards.
Well, after that first touchdown, Maumelle takes a kickoff from Sylvan Hills at about the 20, and then starts that drive off with a minute 45 left in the first half, with a costly penalty that puts them back even closer to their own end zone at about the 15-yard line. Next thing you know, Weston Pierce takes a snap, tries to pitch it back to somebody, but nobody's there, and all of a sudden the ball rolls in the end zone. You got yourself a safety.
Yeah, if you take that play out of it, Weston Pierce has played a really solid football game. You know, he had the early completions, but there on that play down in his own end zone, kind of panicked a bit and put the ball on the ground and allowed the Bears to get the safety and earn themselves that kickoff.
You know, and right after that safety, if that wasn't bad enough for Maumelle, they punt it back to Sylvan Hills right after that safety, and then sure enough, Cleo Penn just all of a sudden finds a hole and takes it all the way back to the end zone for another touchdown.
Yeah, Mr. Penn with the play of the day, play of the game thus far for sure. Just an electric play here at Bill Blackwood Field.
Absolutely, and I want to shout out that Thanks for tuning in to the Akel's Carpet One halftime show. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the second half.
It's the Labor Day sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room. Plus 18-month no-interest financing.
We make it beautiful for less.
Welcome back, Sylvan Hills football fans, and welcome back to the second half of play. We're happy to have you here, and we're excited for the kickoff to start this second half.
Back deep for Maumelle, you got number 31, Alan Timmons, and number 6, Traven Walls.
Gonzalez is here for the kickoff for Sylvan Hills, and we're about to get this second half underway, and here we go. And it's caught at about the 30-yard line, I believe, and it gets brought up all the way to the 35-yard line, so the Hornets are going to start off in pretty good field position right here.
Little pooch kick there from Gonzalez. Fielded about the 25-yard line. Pretty good coverage, so able to bring him down on, let's see, the Maumelle side of the 35-yard line, so we'll see what Maumelle has for their opening drive of the half.
35-yard line.
Let's see if that defensive line for Sylvan Hills can start the second half like they ended the first half, and that was just extremely aggressive and in the face of Weston Pierce.
Yeah, you saw Maumelle at the end of the half trying to go get points, but that Sylvan Hills defensive line was having none of it.
They had their ears pinned back, and they were getting after QB Weston Pierce for the Hornets.
Maumel's going to come out with a heavy set. And we're going to get a whistle before the play.
It's going to be a delay of game on the Hornets right there.
Man, you had all half to get out there and run that play.
You hate to see a penalty like that coming out of halftime. So let's see if they can't get things straightened out right here.
Little confusion with Maumelle.
Pierce with the snap, hands it off to Joyner. Joyner turns it back to the left side, has all sorts of room, and he's going up the left side, 50, 45, and he's brought down by number 9, Pete Overton, and he's brought down by Overton right there, and he was probably the last line of defense between Joyner and a touchdown right there.
Yeah, that was a very nice run from Joyner. He got through the line of scrimmage and kind of used the back judge there as a bit of a screener and walled off some Sylvan Hills defenders and picked up 10 or 15 more.
I don't think they were expecting that cutback. They had bit really hard on that right run, and sure enough, there's a cutback lane. Pierce steps back for the throw, chunks it left wide open, and he overthrows his receiver intended for Jason Barham. He just couldn't haul that in. It was over his head by about a foot right there.
Yeah, that ball just had a little bit too much zip out of the hand right there from Weston Pierce. He's got him open. You got to put a little more air under that ball, lead him a little bit to the middle of the field. That's a touchdown. But fortunately for the Bears, they weren't able to connect on that, and that's going to be second and long for the Hornets.
He was definitely excited seeing that guy wide open right there. Pierce takes the snap, hands it off to Joyner, and he's up the middle, and he's hit by a couple of defenders, and he is brought down after about a 3-yard gain for the Hornets right there. It's going to be about 3rd and 8.
Mr. Keyshawn Jones with his first play of the evening. We called his name quite a bit in the benefit game last week. Keyshawn Jones has earned himself some playing time tonight.
Pierce with the snaps, steps back. It's going to be a screen pass to number 29. He's got all sorts of room up to the 20-yard line. 15 still going, fumbles the ball, and I think he recovers it at about the 3-yard line, and he does. He fumbled the ball at about the 15, and it rolls all the way to the 5.
I believe they're going to call him down at the 15-yard line.
Okay, they are going to call him down at about the 16-yard line. That's going to be a Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down for the Hornets right here. And they are looking in the they are staring into the end zone in the red zone right now.
Yeah, I had a great play call there. Pass rush from Sylvan Hills had no clue the screen was coming, and they had all day to work over there.
Pierce steps back, hands it to Joyner again, and he cuts it to the left side, and he breaks a tackle, and he's got some room, and he's smacked by two Sylvan Hills Bears defenders.
Yeah, what an effort right there out of the running back. Breaks a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, bounces outside, and gets some help from his quarterback there, peeling back on a block.
That's going to be about a 5-yard gain for the Hornets right there. So it's going to give them a 2nd and 5 at about the 10-yard line, I believe. Or about the, about the 17, oh yes, the 10-yard line.
2nd and 3. It's time for the Sylvan Hills defense to bow their neck here and bend, but don't break.
Pierce takes the snap. He pulls it back. He throws to number 11, who breaks a tackle and gets it and walks into the end zone. That is a touchdown Hornets. So that touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending.
Touchdown Hornets.
Yeah, they send the man in motion. Weston Pierce sees that matchup out there. He's got a big physical wide receiver. Decided to just run the little screen play there, a little bubble screen, and let his receiver go to work.
Pierce tosses it out to Rogers, who just steps back and breaks one tackle, and he wasn't far away from the end zone after he broke that, so nobody was going to stop him.
Looks like Maumel's going to go for 2 here.
Maumel's going to go for 2 to try to take the lead. Hands it off to Joyner. He goes up the right side, and I don't think he got it.
Oh, they said he stepped out of bounds on that last play. Okay, we're first and goal from the 5, 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Oh, my mistake. The PA announcer over here, I guess, jumped the gun.
Sylvan Hills catch a break, get new life. See if they can come up with a stop here.
Pierce takes the snap, moves it up the left side, and he's going to fall into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Maumelle Hornets. Weston Pierce with the carry into the end zone, and that touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. That makes the score 20-15 Maumelle.
On to attempt the PAT for Maumelle is a new kicker, number 17, Braden Kemp. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. Maumelle will take a 6-point lead, 21-15 Hornets, as they take their first drive of the second half and march right down the field and put 6 points on the board. That was a pretty good-looking drive from the Hornets. Definitely going to want to see these Bears come out and see if they can respond and get some of that momentum back that they had going into half.
No, that was a statement drive coming into the second half to really show everybody that they are still calm and collected after what kind of looked like a crazy end of the first half right there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they were falling apart towards the end of the second half. Give credit to Coach Brian Maupin, got them into the locker room, was able to restore order, and they come back out here and march right down the field for a touchdown.
Kicking off for the Hornets is number 60, Noah Gurney. Back deep for the
Noah Gurney is gonna attempt a kickoff right here for the Hornets.
Back deep for the Bears is Penn and Billingsley.
Deep to the right side, and number 3, Billings misses the ball, and it rolls into the end zone just barely for a touchback. That's got to make you nervous if you're head coach Chris Hill right there.
Yeah, I mean, that ball just barely trickled into the end zone for the touchback, as you saw the Maumelle kick coverage coming mighty close to falling on that football.
at their own 20-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Sylvan Hills at their own 20. We'll see what Chris Hill has in stores for this Bears offense.
hopefully this Bears offense can really get going here in the second half. They ended on a pretty good note right there at the end of the first half. And up the right side, Penn up the right side. He's to the house. Nobody's going to catch him. It is a foot race, and no one's going to catch him. 10-5. Touchdown, Cleo Penn. Wow, what a way to open this second half. That touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. Touchdown, Bears.
Wow, Mr. Cleo Penn making an early case for player of the game. You give him some space, he knows what to do with it, that's for sure. Again, we're going to see Sylvan Hills come out in the swinging gate. They're going to run a play. Tyner fumbles the ball, picks it up, and will complete it in the end. Oh, incomplete. I thought he caught that ball. Tyner liked the look that they had out of the swinging gate, and they decided to snap the ball and run the play. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to handle that snap, and Maumelle was able to recover and make the play, but they had a man there for a second. And that's why you run that swinging gate, right? A lot of people, like to bash the swinging gate and, say, why are you doing all that? And well, it's because Maumelle has to come out. They have to prepare for that. They have to adjust to it. And if you don't adjust to it properly, it's a free 2 points. But fortunately for Maumelle, Tyner couldn't handle that snap. And we're going to remain tied at 21 here. Sylvan Hills will be kicking off. Back deep for Maumelle is going to be number 31, Alan Timmons, and number 6, Trayvon Rawls. Kicking off deep for the Bears, as always, is number 42, Brian Gonzalez. Onside. And the Bears are going to fall on that. And that's going to be a first down, Bears, at the Maumelle 40-yard line as they hit him with the surprise onside kick. And they're going to recover that football. First down, Bears with the Maumelle 40.
Wow, I cannot believe they came out with that onside kick. Totally fooled Maumelle on that play. And luckily enough, Sylvan Hills comes out to recover it, and that's really going to give them the edge right here.
And what were we saying at halftime? It's a three-faceted game, offense, defense, and special teams. And right now, Sylvan Hills is winning that special teams battle.
And a lot of times, that special teams battle it can be that winning factor for any team, and Sylvan Hills has proven it tonight. Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, and he's going to be up the middle for about a 3-yard gain, but there is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. We'll see what that is. Looks like it's going to be in the area of holding, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to mark off 10 against the Bears.
Okay.
Going to be a chop block against the Bears.
Was a chop block against the Bears.
Likely.
Lincoln and a Hamilton from the original line of scrimmage.
Likely had a guy going high and someone else came in and hit the defender low at the same time. That's going to draw that flag every time.
Absolutely. You hate to see that after getting such a good onside kick right there, and moves them back to a really, really long first down.
Yeah, that puts them in a real tough spot.
It's going to
capitalize on that onside kick.
It's going to be about 1st and 26 to start this drive for the Bears now. Tyner takes the snap, pitches it to Billings. Billings up the left side, and he's going to get brought down about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and that's going to make it about a 1st and 21 probably.
Yeah, pretty nice play right here by Maumelle. They were able to get some penetration on that side and force Billingsley to bounce it outside. and they're able to make the play for a short gain.
There's barely 4 minutes off this clock, and already both teams have scored a touchdown. There's been an exciting third quarter, I tell you what.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see what Sylvan Hills wants to do here on this second down. I think if you wanted to throw it here on this drive, now would be the time to do it rather than wait on third down.
Absolutely. Heiner takes a snap, fakes a handoff, but flags all over the place. It's going to be a flag at the line of scrimmage.
Not sure what the call is going to be here.
It's going to be offsides on the defense. That's going to move the Bears up about 5 yards, which I guess that anything will help, right?
5 yards is 5 yards, no matter how you get them.
That's absolutely right. Now that's going to make that a 2nd and 17 instead of a 2nd and 22. So let's see what the Bears can do right here. See if they can't turn it into a manageable third down. Tyner takes a snap, hands it off to Harris up the middle. He's got all sorts of room. Bowls over a man, and he's going to get about 10 yards on that play to make it a third and 6.
If you're going to step in the hole and tackle Dylan Harris, you better have your chin strap buckled up because he's bringing the heat.
He is definitely bringing the heat. That is for sure. I don't know if anybody was going to stop him on that run right there.
Man. That safety met him in the hole and got ran smooth over.
You know, you got to love watching a running back that is not afraid to just run somebody over, don't you say?
Yeah, a big physical running back is just a joy to watch.
Sylvan Hills now with a 3rd and 6, ball at about the 33-yard line or 37-yard line.
Flag on the play. Oh, no, we're going to get a timeout before the delay of game. Timeout, Sylvan Hills.
Timeout Sylvan Hills. And I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to thank our sponsor, Medicine Shop of North Little Rock, for sponsoring this broadcast.
Whew, I'm going to take a deep breath here for a second.
I know it seems like this second half has just been moving fast, doesn't it?
Chaotic, if nothing else.
Absolutely.
Now it's 3rd and 6 for the Bears coming out of this timeout. We'll see what they draw up here. You know, they're kind of in no man's land as well. You might have 2 downs to get 6 yards. So we'll see what Chris Hill wants to do. He definitely wanted to get that timeout, though. I'd rather burn the timeout than take the 5 yards here, as this is a pretty important drive for the Bears.
I agree. You really want to make that onside kick pay off, at least get a field goal out of it. So I agree. You definitely want to take the timeout, burn the timeout to not get put back 5 more yards.
Teams have broken the huddle, and we're ready to go here on 3rd and 6.
Tyner under center. Back for a 3rd and 6 right here. Tyner takes a snap, fakes a handoff up the right side. He's got some room, but he is brought down. He's brought down about 3-4 yards short of the first down, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a great open field tackle right there by number 6 of Maumel, Trayvon Rawls. Looked like Tyner, if he would have put his foot in the ground earlier and tried to get upfield, he may have picked up that first down, but it's going to be 4 in a short 2. We'll see if the Bears can pick this up and stay on the field.
I think he considered pitching it right there, but once he saw a lane and it just was closed by Rawls. But Tyner under the snap for a 4th and short right here. Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, who's got all sorts of room up the left side, and he just falls down at about the 20-yard line. That is going to be a first down for the Bears. Way to convert. That's going to be a Medicine Shop of North Little Rock first down for the Bears.
Yeah, and rather than meeting him in the hole and tackling Dylan Harris, you're starting to see people diving at his ankles, diving at his knees, looking to upend them. And, that's what you get when you got a big physical running back. We're getting late in the game here. These defenders are starting to feel those hits.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris again, who gets a few tough yards right there. That's going to get him about 3 yards and get him a 2nd and 7. You know, when you just keep running that ball and that time's taking off that clock, I promise you those defensive linemen are getting tired.
Oh, absolutely. And nothing makes Chris Hill happier than to see, you know, the first down sign reset to 1 and the clock just continue to tick down.
Seeing a lot of hands on hips for that Maumelle defense right now.
Yeah, it's been a long drive.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, who's met at the line of scrimmage, but manages to push him, fall forward, and get a few yards. It's going to be about a 2-yard run for Harris. That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 4 or 3rd and 4 now.
3rd and 4. You got the entire playbook open here. We'll see what Chris Hill elects to go with. I'm going to say you can't go wrong with Mr. Harris or Cleo Penn on this one.
I agree, and it's going to be a quarterback sneak by Tyner, who's going to get looks like they're going to give him about 2 yards only. That's going to bring up a 4th and 1 now. There's about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock, so let's see if they can. I think they're probably going to go for it.
Gave him a couple on the play. It'll bring up 4th and about 1.
Yeah, 4th and a long yard. We'll see if they go back-to-back with the QB sneak. That's going to be offsides on Maumelle.
They drew him off sides with that long snap count, and sure enough, that's going to get them the 5 yards needed for the first down Bears.
And that's what you like to see. Veteran quarterback Tyner is able to change that cadence up and get Maumelle to jump off sides.
That first down is brought to you by Medicine Shop of North Little Rock.
1st and goal from the 9.
9-yard line.
Tyner takes the snap, pitches it back to Billings. Billings is going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage on that one. It's going to be at about a loss of 5 yards.
He's fumbled on the play.
Oh, and he fumbled on the play. Maumelle takes over after recovering the fumble from Billings.
Yeah, there was not much room to work there for Billings. And unfortunately, he put the ball on the ground, and Maumelle was able to recover. We'll see if this Bears defense can pick them up again and keep this game where it's at, 21-21.
Pierce with the snap, hands it off to Joyner. Joyner over the left side, but he's just going to be, he's got defenders all around him. Somehow gets around him and gets a huge hit from number 10. Number 10 just lays the wood on him. Carlos Stevens with a huge hit out of bounds, and it's going to be a loss of about 4 yards. And there's a flag on the play. There's seem to be some words being had after the play, and there's definitely going to be a flag on Maumelle right there.
Yeah, we'll see who they get for this one. Both sides were talking. A couple guys had to be restrained over there from getting at one another. We'll see who they get. I think if you do anything but offsetting, you're doing a disservice to both teams, but we'll see.
So it's going to be a personal foul on Sylvan Hills right there, which is going to give Maumelle the first down. That's a first down Maumelle, brought to you by Medicine Shop of North Little Rock.
Yeah, it's a tough play. You got to be smarter than that. You can't be talking on the opposing team's sideline. They'll get you for that every time.
You know, that was a great hit by Stevens, but unfortunately for him, his emotions got the best of him right there. You know, you hate to see it after making a very good play. Maumelle
gets a fresh set of downs.
Pierce with the snap,
got it
pitches
strung
it
out.
off to Joyner. Joyner is going to be up the right side.
Got
And
flags all over the field.
Worship for the Hornets. Foul's made
In the area of holding. We'll see what they call.
Bears. There is terry cloth on the terrain.
it's going to be holding on the Hornets. And that's going to set them back about, offsetting penalties. My mistake. Offsetting penalties, so it's going to remain first down, I believe. Remain first down, so it's going to still be 1st and 10.
I think they got the corner down here holding 30 yards from the play. That's not something you usually see, but nonetheless, you get the offsetting holding calls. It's going to be 1st and 10 again.
Ball at the 35. Pierce takes a snap, hands it off to Joyner. Joyner on the left side, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Bear defenders behind the line of scrimmage. Just a really good gang tackle by the Bears, and they were all over that play.
Man, this Sylvan Hills defense is flying around. They're flying to the football, looking to make a play. The first guy doesn't get him down. Hold on, the cavalry's coming.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's their mentality on defense. You know, if you just everybody gang tackle, everybody swarm to the ball all the way up until the whistle, and that's exactly what they did on that play.
Yeah, that's the mark of a good defense.
So it's going to bring up
and effort.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Hornets right here. Pierce takes the snap and he steps back, looking down the right side. He's looking for 11, but nobody's there.
Throwing off his back foot there. He had him open. That's a ball that number 11 would like to have back. He usually probably makes that grab. Defender there for Sylvan Hills just never saw the ball. We got very fortunate there. That wasn't 6 points.
Absolutely.
You could tell on that one, Weston Pierce has been feeling the pressure. He threw that ball off of his back foot, just didn't really feel comfortable stepping into that one. And that caused it to sail on him a bit. We're going to get another whistle. Timeout, Sylvan Hills.
Timeout, Sylvan Hills. And there's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this third quarter. And they're going to call timeout with Hornets having a 3rd and 11.
This feels like a big 3rd down here. See what Maumelle comes out with here on this 3rd and 11. You know, I'd imagine, if you get 5-6 yards here, they may think about going for it on 4th down. But we'll see what Coach Brian Marpin has in store.
Brian Maupin has already shown that he's not afraid to go for it on 4th down. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears make a stop. I wouldn't be surprised to see another fourth down attempt again. But right now it's 3rd and 11. So let's see what they do. Pierce takes a snap, gives it to Joyner. Joyner on the right side has a bunch of room. Joyner up to past the 1st down line, all the way up to midfield, and steps out of bounds. And that's going to be another 1st down for the Hornets. That 1st down is brought to you by Medicine Shop of North Little Rock.
Yeah, they found some success with Joyner out of the backfield. He's looked real fast getting to the edge, and Sylvan Hills has not been able to contain that sweep play there. So he ripped off what looked like a pretty easy 20 yards right there.
1st and 10 Hornets right here. The ball set at about the 48-yard line. Pierce takes a snap, steps back, looking left. He launches it to number 12, and it is just out of the reach of 12. He didn't really have a shot at it.
I think they're going to get us for defensive holding.
I'm afraid they're going to call us on a defensive holding or a pass interference on that play. holding
be the call.
defense on number 29 for the Bears right there. That's unfortunate for the Bears because it was definitely overthrown. But either way, that's going to bring up a first down for the Hornets. That first down is brought to you again by Medicine Shop of North Little Rock.
Good enough for a Hornet first down, but the ball spotted at the Bear 42.
Ball at the 42-yard line. First and 10 Hornets.
Fresh set of downs just crossed midfield. Sylvan Hills needs to be on the lookout for a shot play here.
Pierce takes the snap, steps back, looking left again, looks left to 31, and just an amazing jumping catch once again for 31. Alan Timmons has made 3 amazing jump catches tonight, and that's going to be a first down brought to you by Medicine Shop of North Little Rock for the Hornets.
Yeah, Alan Timmons, again, going up and making a nice play. He's a little slow to get up on that one. I think he maybe knocked the wind out of himself making that grab, but, I mean, he's had just 2 phenomenal catches already in this game.
He's going to get a big round of applause from these Hornet fans because he is really putting his body on the line to make these catches. Pierce takes a snap, rolls right, and he's getting pressured, but he launches it, and it's just he has to launch it out of bounds because number 40 had some great pressure on him. Number 40, Kanye Williams with the pressure.
Yeah, he forced Pierce to really get that one out of his hands quick. Pierce really had nowhere to go with that one, was just throwing it away at the feet of his receiver there.
Weston looking left to the sideline to get a signal from Coach Maupin. He takes the snap, looking left, dumps it off to the running back, and he's pushed. Oh, he doesn't step out. Oh, did he step out of bounds? He steps out of bounds at about the 20-yard line for about a 4-yard gain. That's going to bring up a third and 7 for the Hornets.
Man, Joyner's looked real good with the ball in his hands tonight. That was a dangerous play for the Bears. That had the chance to go for 6. He stepped out of bounds, fortunately. This would be a huge stop for the Bears if they could come up here and make a play. Force the 4th down.
Bend, don't break. Pierce takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and slung down by Jaden Foster. Jaden Foster and Egan Hall with a great gang tackle right there. He was met originally by Jaden Foster, and Egan Hall comes in to help clean it up.
Yeah, there was a hole originally right as the ball snapped, but they filled it quick. Jaden Foster and Egan Hall, like you said, came up and made the play. It's going to be 4th and 5, and Maumelle is going to go for it.
Not surprised. Coach Maupin has already shown that he is not afraid to go for it on 4th down. And let's see if the Hornets can't bow their necks and get a stop right here. 4th and 3. A minute left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be timeout Hornets. They were walking off the field before the play even got started, and that's going to be a timeout.
Yeah, prior to calling the timeout, Maumelle looked like they were going to come out in this heavy set left. With the tight end and the up back there. We'll see what they come out of the timeout. But nonetheless, it's 21-21.
This time I want to talk about our sponsors, Medicine Shop of North Little Rock. If you are in need of getting a prescription filled, check out our friends at the Medicine Shop of North Little Rock. They are located at 3836 JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock and can be reached at 501-758-1010. Get your prescriptions filled quickly with personalized and friendly service.
Man, I'll tell you what, Alan Timmons may want to visit the medicine shop after a couple of these falls he's taken making these catches.
Absolutely. No, he's really taking a beating. I mean, he's kind of a shorter guy, and so when he gets up in the air, he can fall down because he's jumping really high in the air, and he's landing on his back, which, can always be a little scary watching in person.
Yeah, it's good to see him back on the field for this play.
Absolutely.
So Maumel's going to go overload right on this play and shift the tight end and the up back to the left.
Pierce takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's getting pressured, and he
Kanye
had nowhere to go. Kanye Williams was all up in his face right off the get-go, and that is a stop by this Bears defense. Turnover on downs, and this offense is going to take control.
What a job from Kanye Williams, the junior, right there. They send the double motion away from him, take the running back, send him away as well. But what does Kanye Williams does? He stays at home and goes and makes that play on the quarterback, forcing him to get the ball out of his hands. He doesn't get awarded with the sack there, but he absolutely made that play.
That's two big pressures on that offensive drive by the Hornets by Kanye Williams. Kanye Williams is just flying in the backfield right now. Well, let's get to this offense. Sylvan Hills takes over on downs. Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris, I believe, and he's brought down after like a gain of a yard.
That was a hard-fought yard, let me tell you.
It was a very hard-fought yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Man, Dylan Harris is going to give you 100% effort every time, that's for sure.
Absolutely. But the ball is at the 17-yard line, so they got a ways to go before they get anywhere near some points. So let's see if they can't make this at least a manageable 3rd down, if not a 1st down. Tyner takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling left, and he is just sacked all the way in the backfield. I think there was a miscommunication between him and the running back on that play, and the Maumelle Hornets really took advantage of it. They were all over him.
Yeah, it looked like Harris or Tyner, one of them went the wrong direction. Fortunate that didn't turn out any worse than it did. Bears live to fight another down.
Leave it to senior quarterback Gavin Tyner. He definitely handled it with some experience right there and tried to get something out of it, but there was just no helping him on that play.
We're going to have a timeout. That's going to be the quarter.
Oh, and that's going to be a quarter. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. We'll be back with more Bears football on PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
Are you ready for this? Home field advantage is such a huge deal in football, and I think it's a huge deal in the mortgage world too. That's why we're a local company. We have in-house processing and underwriting, and that enables me to make sure that my customers have a great experience from kickoff to the closing table. And that's just what we want to do, is give them a great experience.
With Cornerstone Home Lending, you'll always have the home field advantage. Text DO to 36260 to get started today.
Welcome back, Bears fans, to the 4th quarter of play. We're going to get things started here at about the 10-yard line for the Bears. It's still going to be 3rd and 15.
Man, we had a pretty good feeling when this one kicked off that it was going to be a pretty good football game, and here we are, the start of the 4th quarter. We're all knotted up at 21. Sylvan Hills facing a 3rd and long coming out of the quarter here. We'll see what Coach Chris Hill has in store for the Bears in this offense.
I want to thank you guys for coming in and joining us on this broadcast. Please tune in to our post game that it comes up right after the final whistle. Tyner takes a snap, hands it off to Harris up the middle for about a good gain right there. That's going to be about 6 yards, but it's still going to be 4th down for them, and that's going to be a 4th and 9, and Chris Hill sends out the punting unit.
Yeah, you kind of got a punt here. Backed up on your own 11. We'll see if Sylvan Hills can get a good punt off here and give their defense a chance to come out and flip the field.
And we'll say gain about 6 yards on play. That'll bring up 4th and about 10.
takes the punt. It's a booming punt, very good, but it's caught at the 49-yard line. He's bringing it up the right side. He's got some room, and he's going to be all the way up to the 35-yard line before he steps out of bounds.
That was a very nice return right there by Maumelle. A little bit of a line drive kick. Gave the returner plenty of time to catch that ball and get his eyes down and make a play.
Absolutely. That was, I think the punter, that punt was kind of a line drive. And when it was a line drive, he kind of outkicked his coverage right there, which gave the return man a lot of time to find some space on the right side.
Yeah, no, this is a huge test for the Sylvan Hills defense. You're backed up here. Opponent's going to get the ball on your 28-yard line, and you've got to come out and make a stop here in a game that's tied at 21 and get this ball back to your offense.
That's right, 21-21. The Bears are hoping for a turnover right here, or at least only allowing a field goal. So let's see what happens. Pierce ready for the snap, takes it, steps back, looking left, and he launches it down the middle of the field. Oh, and it's almost intercepted by the defense. Oh, my goodness. Number 10.
Carlos Stevens had his hands all over that one, but couldn't bring it in.
He was standing right there. He wasn't even expecting the ball because it was just thrown right to him. I don't even think he was expecting it on that play.
Yeah, not sure where Pierce was going with that one. They had that one quadruple covered, I think. That's probably what surprised Stevens, is that he actually threw the ball.
This secondary has improved a lot since the beginning of the game, as they were giving up a lot of big plays, but now they seem to have a handle on what the Hornets are trying to do passing wise.
Now we're going to get a false start or illegal procedure against the Hornets. Going to back them up, put them in a 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. You know, the Bears have got to be loving that penalty because that might have pushed them out of field goal range. Pierce takes the snap, hands it off to Joyner. Joyner's met in the backfield by Kanye Williams. Kanye Williams meets him at the line of scrimmage, and I think he might have ended up getting a yard on that play.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback Pierce was trying to pull that one, and Joyner just clamped down on it and wasn't having any of that. Kanye Williams shut that play down at the line of scrimmage.
Kanye Williams is really making a name for himself in this second half. He's making plays all over the field. So 2nd and 15. Pierce takes the snap, steps back, looking right. He's looking right down the field, and he is overthrown. Pierce overthrows him by a good amount right there, and there's no flags on that play. There was some pushing and shoving by the corner and the wide receiver on that play, so there's a good no call by the officials.
Going to be 3rd and long here for the Bears. Defense, you got to find a way to get off the field right here. Force Maumelle to make a decision to punt this ball or go for it on 4th and long.
If I was going to guess, I would guess that they would be going for it.
Let's see if we can crank up this pass rush and make Pierce uncomfortable back there.
Pierce takes the snap, looking right, launches it right again, and is it intercepted or it is caught by number 11 for the Hornets right there. Amari Rogers catches it. Just a great catch by Rogers. He's still on the ground, it looks like. There's going to be an injury timeout. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, it's a big physical receiver there. Made a very contested catch. Let's hope he's able to get off the field on his own power. And it looks like he will be able to limp over to the sideline.
It looks like he's got an injury to that right shoulder right there. I'm hoping it's nothing too serious, but it's not looking well for Mr. Rogers right now. It's a good job getting off the field. He really just put it all out there to make that grab for the Hornets.
That is going to be a first down for Maumelle, so it will be 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
That first down is brought to you by Medicine Shop at North Little Rock.
Like the ball will be spotted. 1st and 10 Hornets at the Bears 17-yard line.
Pierce takes the snap, looking back, looking to the right. He's in the corner of the end zone, and he just is just too high for his wide receiver in the corner of the end zone right there. Intended for Jordan Candler. Pierce just couldn't put it on the money.
Yeah, that's one that Pierce would want back. You saw his reaction as soon as he let it go. He was almost trying to physically pull it back so he could throw it again. Just overthrew his receiver on that one. Definitely had him there in the corner of the end zone.
Absolutely. You know, you can definitely tell that this drive is going a little long, and it's tiring out this defensive line for the Bears. It looks like they're going to try to bring some pressure on this play, though. Pierce takes the snap, but there's a blitz up the middle, and he launches down the right side of the field, and it's in the same spot once again. Same spot he tried to hit, and he is just too high for his wide receiver right there.
Again, Mr. Kanye Williams and Jaden Foster in the backfield making things difficult on the Maumelle quarterback.
Pierce and the skill players looking to the right, looking for the call. They get the call. Now Pierce is lining up to take the snap.
Sylvan Hills showing pressure again on third down.
Takes the snap.
And they do.
Hands it off to Joyner. Joyner is
go
just taken down in the backfield by Jaden Foster. Jaden Foster just with a huge tackle for loss right there. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hornets.
Man, oh man, they brought pressure, and Jaden Foster came through pretty much unblocked and was able to make the play on the speedy Joyner in the open field. We'll see what Maumelle does here. They're in a real awkward spot. It looks like they're going to attempt a field goal.
Looks like they're going to attempt a field goal at my surprise. You know, when the game's all tied up 21-21, there's only 9 minutes left on the clock. You tend to get a little bit more conservative. You know, points are points, and you want to get more points on the board.
See, this is going to be a 35-yarder, 34-yarder.
But it's going to be a timeout Hornets right here. Timeout Hornets, and they're going to talk it over right here to make sure they have everything in order.
That is their second timeout of the second half.
At this time, I want to thank Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending for sponsoring Natural State Sports Network this year. If you are looking for a mortgage lender, home loan programs, and competitive pricing, check out Cornerstone Home Lending at www.loansbydio.com. Located at 1701 Centerview Drive, Unit 200 in Little Rock. Thank you, Dio, for sponsoring the Natural State Sports.
All right, so looking like we're going to get a field goal attempt here. Kicker for Maumelle is going to be number 17, Braden Kemp. Holder is going to be the quarterback, Weston Pierce. Long snapping duties is going to be number 42, Doug York.
Carlos Stevens is standing under the field goal post, and they are looks like they're preparing for a fake. And it's up, and no good. It's just a little bit to the left, and that is no good. And Sylvan Hills Bears are going to take over on the 25-yard line.
What a stand right there by the Bears defense. Maumelle had a bit of a drive going on them. You know, they started in their own territory, but Sylvan Hills able to bow their neck, force that field goal attempt. And it goes wide left. So Bears are going to get the ball back, tied up at 21, looking to go put this ball in the end zone and walk out of here with the win.
Take a quote from my partner Dylan Davis over here, bend but don't break, and that was the definition of it. Tyner takes a snap, hands it off to Harris. Oh, he kept it, and then he pitched it.
Down hard.
I think he pitched it over to Penn, and then Penn took it for about a 6-yard gain, and he gets cut down. But that is a good gain on first down, and that's going to leave it at second and about 4.
That puts this offense in a really good spot here. You know, you can run any play you have in your playbook on second and medium. That's really where this offense needs to live. In front of the sticks, they've got to be on time for them to be successful.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris up the middle, and he rumbles all the way up for looks like what it's going to be.
Just short of a first down, it looks like.
Just short of a first down, but it is going to be close. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third and like probably less than a yard. 3rd and inches right here. Tyner under center. Snaps it, QB sneak, and he's going to get that first down. Oh, he's still going. Still going for about 10 yards. He just did not give up. I thought he was going down, and he was not giving up. That's 10 yards for Tyner.
And the senior gets up and lets him hear about it. Tyner on the quarterback sneak just refused to go down, turned to play designed to get you a yard and a half into a nice 15-yard gain, and he was pumped up about it. Rightfully so.
That's going to be your First Down Bears, brought to you by Medicine Shops of North Little Rock.
That's big to get the first down out of the way. Your chances of scoring increase a ton just by getting that first set of fresh downs.
Ball at the 41. Tyner takes the snap, hands it to Harris, and he's going up the middle, and he gets a hit at the line of scrimmage, but he is still just carrying guys. And he gets about an 8-yard gain after getting hit by at least 3 guys, even at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Harris took on a couple Maumelle defenders, ran into one of his own blockers, and was able to just keep his legs churning for a nice 7-yard gain there. Set up his offense for a nice 2nd and 3.
I think that dude's legs keep turning even in his sleep.
Man, he's had one heck of a football game, has he not?
He has. And, you know, it's really fun to watch him when he gets going. Tyner's about to get under center right here. 2nd and 3. Tyner takes the snap, hands it to Harris again, but there's a flag on the play. I'm going to guess it's a false start on Sylvan Hills. It's going to push him back to it and give him a 2nd and about 8.
Yeah, and you could see Chris Hill's reaction up there at the top of your screen. He was not happy about that one at all. And it's plays like that can really kill your drives. You've got to do what you can to avoid those pre-snap penalties. They can just absolutely kill you.
After that penalty, it's going to be a 2nd and 8. Ball at about the 43-yard line. Tyner under center. Tyner takes the snap. He steps back. He launches it down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by DeAndre Clegg. And he's going to be running it back, and he gets brought down at the 36-yard line. I think Gonzalez was looking for it right there, and it was not. And Tyner threw it to the right. That's unfortunate because that was a good drive they had going, and now the Hornets take over and pretty close to the red zone.
Yeah, Tyner had his man there and just missed him. Unfortunate there for the Bears as they had a pretty nice drive going.
You know, he was. After looking back at that play on the replay, Tyner was facing a lot of pressure right there. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he was taking all that pressure. I think maybe if he had a couple extra seconds to set his feet better, I think that's 6 points.
Yeah, it's a tough one there. One he definitely wishes he had back, but let's see if the Sylvan Hills defense can step up here and pick him up and get the ball back to this offense.
Takes the snap, hands it off, up the right side, and he gets pulled back by Jaden Foster. Jaden Foster makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to be behind the line of scrimmage for about a loss of about a half a yard, I believe.
Yeah, the Maumelle fans are calling for a horse collar on that one, but I believe he got him on the shoulder pad. That's a legal tackle.
It looked like jersey to me. I didn't really see him get a horse collar right there. It looked like all jersey, but... And I believe, and I guess the officials did too, because there was no call right there. Pierce takes the snap, hands it off to Joyner on the left side. Breaks the tackle, and he's still just met at the line of scrimmage, all the way on the other side of the field, and there was just no room to run right there.
What a great job by that Sylvan Hills defense. Just kept stringing him out until someone finally had the angle to bring him down. And they're going to bring him down for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for Maumelle.
I want to correct myself on that. That was not James Joyner. Jalen Joyner. That was Jaden Warsham. That is my mistake.
It's all right. I think we'll cut you some slack.
You know, they both got similar first names, Jalen, Jaden. Pierce takes the snap, looking to the right side. It's going to be a screen. Worsham with the catch. He's going to be up. Finally gets back to the line of scrimmage, but he's brought down. The Sylvan Hills defense is not going to give on this drive right here.
It's going to be 4th and long for the Hornets. Man, looked like we were going to bring him down for a 5-yard loss. He was able to wiggle loose and get back to the line of scrimmage, but still going to be 4th and long for the Hornets. We'll see what first-year head coach Brian Maupin wants to do here.
I expect him to be going for it after the last field goal did not go as planned, so they are going to go for it, attempt to go for it on this 4th down. Ball at the 35-yard line. Pierce back for the snap. Pierce takes it, looking right. Launches it right, and it's broken up. Broken up by number 6.
Josiah Rainey.
Josiah Rainey with excellent coverage right there, just perfectly timed on that ball.
Wow, that's good stuff right there from Mr. Rainey, the sophomore, stepping up on 4th down when it matters most and making a play to get the ball back to his offense with 3.5 minutes left in this football game.
You got to be impressed. A young guy, a sophomore, making that type of play in the 4th quarter with time dwindling. That is just huge for this Sylvan Hills Bears.
That was textbook right there. You know, he didn't hold on to the back there, took the extra step to get in front of the man and come across and rake that ball away. What a play.
Ball at the 35. Tyner takes the snap, pitches at the pin up the right side. He's got all sorts of room, and he finally gets brought down at about the 47-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Bears, brought to you by Medicine Shop of North Little Rock. You know,
Cleo Penn, when he gets on the edge, he's slippery, and he can make a lot of people miss and can get upfield in a hurry.
You know, but it's going to be brought back by a flag. They're going to call holding on the Bears, and that's going to bring it all the way back to about behind where they originally started. Just a yard behind where they originally started. So now it's going to be a 1st and 12 at about the 34-yard line.
Man, that one hurts there. Nice run by Cleo Penn, gets erased by the holding, but
you know, if you're Chris Hill, what you want to see is just eat that clock up, and hopefully get close enough for either a field goal or a touchdown, because they really trust Gonzalez to kick him a good field goal. Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris up the middle, and he's got all sorts of he breaks a couple tackles, falls forward to about the 41-yard line. That's about an 8 to 10-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 4.
Clock's at 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Sylvan Hills with just one timeout here. Clock isn't a huge issue right now, but it will become an issue very soon. We'll see what the Bears have here on 2nd and short.
Tyner takes a snap, pitches it back to Penn up the right side, breaks a tackle. He's still going to the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a first down Bears. He is just so slippery. First down Bears, brought to you by Medicine Shops of North Little Rock.
No flags on that one. Cleo Penn gets to the edge once again, makes some pay, and is able to pick up that first down, and he gets out of bounds. Oh, no, he did not get out of bounds. Look like they're going to wind the clock once the chains are set, and the clock's going to tick at 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
2 minutes, 10 seconds. Ball at the 49-yard line. Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris up the middle, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. There's no room to run right there. He was met at the line of scrimmage by number 20, B.J. Beats, for the Maumelle Hornets.
See what Chris Hill has on 2nd and long with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this football game. He's got the one timeout in his pocket.
Tyner takes the snap, pitches it to Penn again over to the right side. This time he's brought down. There was just nowhere to run.
So now you're looking at 3rd and 10. You start to think about giving the ball back to Maumelle. You want to make sure that you don't have to punt this football away and give them time to go down and score. than win the football game. So you kind of got to play both sides of it here. You want to pick up the first down, but not leave too much time for Maumelle if you don't.
Tyner takes the snap, or Tyner takes a snap. Oh, but pitches it back to Billings. Billings fumbles it, and he's met hard by that Maumelle defense.
And Billings looked up and saw all the room he had to run and forgot about the football. If he's able to secure that ball clean, he's probably still running.
And that's going to be a timeout. Hornets right here with 47 seconds left on the clock. 4th and 12 for the Bears. So we will see what happens when the teams return to the field.
Yeah, so Maumelle calls that timeout to make sure they get the ball back. I assume we're going to see a punt right here from the Bears. We'll see how it goes from there.
We will most likely see a punt from the Bears. I'm sure you're aware of this, Dylan, if the rules have not changed. But if non-conference opponents tie at the end of regulation, it ends in a tie. I'm pretty sure it does not go to overtime. So
I'm not certain on the rule, but I do think they changed it recently. But I am not sure. Sylvan Hills is going to keep the offense on the field here.
Tyner takes the snap, pitches it back to number 2. He's going to pass it. He launches it, and it's going to be intercepted by Maumelle.
That's going to work pretty much just like a punt.
It's going to be a short punt for. There's a flag on the field now. I'm not sure what it's for. It came out pretty late.
We'll see what the call is here.
It's going to be on Sylvan Hills, I believe. Illegal formation.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Maumelle.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Maumelle.
Against the Hornets, that will cost them a Lincoln and a Hamilton from the end of the play.
Yeah, and Coach Brian Maupin is hot after that one.
That just turned good field position into just average field position. That gave them a lot more yardage that they had to gain, and there's only 40 seconds left on the clock, so I understand his frustration right there. Let's see if this Sylvan Hills defense can bow their necks and stop it before stop this offense before the end of the game.
Yeah, it looks like Brian Maupin has no interest in overtime. He just went down to his kicker and said, hey, get your head right, get your head in the game. We need you here in a minute. So Brian Maupin has every intention of going and trying to win this football game here. Let's see if the Bears defense can make a play.
Pierce takes the snap, and it's going to be a reverse to the left side, and he's got a lot of room, but he's going to cut it inside, and he's going to be pulled down at the 39-yard line.
Maumelle does have one timeout.
That's going to be
to use it.
That's going to be a Hornets first down, brought to you by Medicine Shops of North Little Rock. 27 seconds left. Chains get set. Clock gets moving. Pierce takes the snap.
Pressure
immediately, and he's brought down by Titus Stout and Kanye Williams back there for that sack.
Looks like we'll say that sack belongs to number 40, Kanye Williams.
Looks like we're willing to just let this tick away, because they do have a timeout, but they're not going to use it. Don't think they'll get the play in time.
And that is the end of the ball game.
The end of regulation. We'll see.
End of regulation. And now the overtime fun begins. We're about to watch some free football right here, folks.
Free football on week 0. You can't beat it.
You can't beat it. This has just been one heck of a game. Top to bottom, start to finish, just an amazing effort from both teams.
We are going to go into an overtime period here. The officials are meeting at the 50-yard line. Get things sorted out for us. I believe we're going to have the captains come back out along with the head coach.
Jaden Foster coming out for the Bears.
We'll have both head coaches out here, it looks like.
Jaden Foster out there for the Bears. James Whitley out there for the Hornets. I believe we're going to do a coin toss right here to figure out who's going to receive and who's going to be defending.
Looks like we're going to get a little free football, folks. For those of you unfamiliar with overtime, basically both teams will have the ball with an opportunity to score from the 10-yard line.
So it's going to be similar to the college football overtime rules that you know. We're going to start, each team's going to have an opportunity to score from the 10-yard line. And then I would assume we'd go into a period of some sort of sudden death if they don't score on the first attempts.
Bear with us, folks. This is going to be a learning experience, and this is going to be a learning experience for us because we are not aware of the rules either. I believe they have changed since the last time I was aware of it. About like 5 years ago, when it was a non-conference game that ended in a tie, that would be the end of it, and there was no overtime. So it seems they have changed the rules, and now they get to each team gets a chance at the 10-yard line. So let's see what happens here. I believe the Hornets look like they're going to get the ball first, as I see Mr. Pierce over there in the huddle.
And you got to imagine that this style of overtime kind of favors Sylvan Hills, right? Maumel's had a lot of success throwing the football. Down here on the goal line, those windows condense down. It's much harder to make those completions. And you have Sylvan Hills, much more the run-based football team. That's where they should thrive 10 yards and in. So we'll see what happens here in the overtime period. Looks like Jaden Foster's trying to recruit the student section down here to the other end zone so we can get a little noise.
And the student sections are making their way to the other side of the field as fast as they can. Pierce back for the snap. Pierce takes the snap, hands it off to Joyner up to the left side, and he's going to break some tackles and be pushed out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 after like a 6-yard gain.
The Joyner's looked really good with the football in his hands. He's a very quick guy, very stout. Got that low center of gravity. He's been a problem tonight for the Sylvan Hills Bears.
This is gut check time for this Sylvan Hills defense. This defensive line needs to get some pressure, and they need to disrupt anything going on in that backfield. Like to see Kanye Williams maybe get some pressure. Pierce back, and he's thrown it to the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Pierce throws it to Amari Rogers for the touchdown, about a 4-yard pass, and that is going to make the score 27-21 Maumelle.
Looks like Maumelle is going to attempt a PAT here. Kicker is going to be number 17, Braden Kemp. Holder is going to be number 10, Weston Pierce. It's potentially big play here. Kick is up, and it is good. Maumel's going to take a 28-21 lead, and now it's going to be Sylvan Hills' turn from the 10-yard line.
Game's not over. Defense falters right there, but offense is going to come out here and see if they can't match these scores up again.
Man, what a football game we got here in week 0.
Week 0. If this is any indication of what this season is going to be like, I might need to get some heart medication because I
consult your cardiologist. The Maumelle fans start to get in this one here. They know that if their defense can come up with a stop here, they're going to leave here with a win.
Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris up the middle, breaks a tackle, only gets a good gain for about 6 yards at about the 4-yard line.
Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Bears. Again, Dylan Harris, just a good physical run. You're not going to bring him down with one defender. Looks like we've got an injured Maumelle Hornet.
Injury timeout. Sure hope nothing is too bad out there on the field. Hopefully it's just a cramp, nothing too major. I will say, though, if I was Sylvan Hills, I might just give it to Harris 4 downs in a row.
Yeah, that would seem like a pretty solid strategy. As you can see, the students have made their way down here to the west end zone, looking to make some noise for their team.
Now, I'm wondering if they score right here, and he's up on his own accord, good for him. He seems to be okay. That's Amari Rogers. Good to see him jog off the field. Nothing major. Now, I'm wondering, though, if they match up the scores, are they going to flip end zones and we're going to see the students run all the way to the other side?
Students going to be getting their exercise in tonight.
I think so. Hopefully for the Bears' sake and the fans' sake, they stay on that side so those fans don't have to run all the way down the field again. Tyner takes the snap, hands it off to Harris again up the middle, and he's going to be stopped at about the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for about a 2-yard gain, though, and I think that's going to bring up like a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 again. You got 2 downs to pick this up. And like you said, it might be a smart move to just hand it to Harris 4 times in a row.
These Maumelle fans are starting to get loud. Tyner takes the hands it off to Harris, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Sylvan Hills Bears tie it up again here in overtime. That touchdown is brought to you by Dio Vanucci with Cornerstone Home Lending. How about Harris?
Now the all-important PAT here. Sylvan Hills still trails by 1 point, so they've got to make this PAT to keep this game going. Maumelle is wise to the swinging gate this time, so we will get the kick from Gonzalez. Snap high, hold is good, and the kick is missed it left.
The kick is no good. Gonzalez misses it left.
And Maumelle is going to win the football game.
That'll do it for this ball game. Stay tuned for our post-game show when we will announce our player of the game.
With it being second to Agent Brayshaw, I do believe, he's just in the block. And the Comets bounce it out once again, and he drops the top.
Now at the 3-yard line of Robinson. Allen drops back to pass. Looks down the middle, up top. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught. And that is number 3, Landon Jones for Lone Oak on the Jackrabbit.
Leave all the views to us and 0 views to those folks. Barr will run to the right. He wants to go deep. He's got a man wide open. Caught and off to the races. 30, 20, 15, 10, there we 5. Go. Touchdown, Hornets.
Takes a snap, and he's going to step back and launch it to number 42. Wide open, 42.
Dylan Hunt in the slot. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Oakney. Oakney's got a hole in the middle. Oakney gets down the sideline. There goes Malik. Malik down the sideline. Breaks the tackle. Oh, my.
Takes the snap, and he's looked up the left side again, and he's going to have to turn back. Number 5 catches the ball, and he's just wide open to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Murphy gets the snap, front face, looking to throw deep. Can't find a man. Quentin pulls it down. There goes Quentin again. Makes a man miss. Spin moves. He's still going down the sideline. Still in. He hadn't stepped out of bounds. Quentin Murphy is into the end zone. Trips receivers here to the near side. He's going to hand it off. No, it's a fumble. Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
First and goal here after the Acre Pharmacy first down. Gray looking to the left. Up top, wants to throw to the back of the end zone to Cheers. Oh, what a catch by Donnie Cheers in the back of the end zone for the Cornerstone touchdown.
Here's the snap. Allen has to roll out. He's got a lot of players right. Throws it out to Jackson. Incomplete. No! It's Ashton Williams. Williams down the sideline. The 30, the 20, the 10. You can give him 6 touchdown, Senators. Ashton Williams make.
It's the Labor Day sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room. Plus 18-month no-interest financing.
We make it beautiful for less. It's the Labor Day sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room. Plus 18-month no-interest financing.
We make it beautiful for less.
Welcome back, Bears fans, to the post-game show. Let me start off by giving some updates for our other PCSSD schools. We're going to start off here with Joe T. Robinson in Class 5A. Joe T. Robinson, final score, PA 42, Joe T. Robinson 31.
That's in the third quarter.
Still in the third quarter, so the game is still ongoing. And then let's go ahead and go with Mills.
Mills is up 34-6 over Forest City in the second quarter.
In the second quarter, still the game is ongoing. our players of the game tonight. For the Bears, it's going to be Cleo Penn, 7 rushing attempts and 118 yards, 1 touchdown. Also had 98 return yards on kickoff and a touchdown. He really showed out tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, Cleo Penn showed the ability that once he gets into some open space, good luck catching him. He's going to the house. Really great effort from him tonight. And he's a young guy. That's a sophomore out here making plays. Something that's very nice to see for this Sylvan Hills football team.
It's unfortunate. We hate to. It's unfortunate the outcome didn't swing his way. But on the other side of the coin, we got the player of the game for Maumelle Hornets, Weston Pierce. He had 3 passing touchdowns on the night and just really showed a lot of leadership for this Maumelle offense.
Yeah, and we knew coming into the game that he was going to be the key, really, on both sides. For Sylvan Hills, they needed to get pressure, make him uncomfortable. But for Maumelle, he's the heart and soul of that team, and he was able to make some plays tonight to propel them to victory.
Absolutely. I'm going to update you on the Little Rock Catholic and North Little Rock scores, and they are tied. It's Little Rock Catholic 16, North Little Rock 6. But the game is still in the 4th quarter. Well, I'm not sure how much time is left. But at this time, I want to recognize my crew. Thanks to our crew tonight, bringing you all the action from on top of the press box tonight. Was on top of the press box tonight was Valerie Haley. On your field cam tonight was Patrick Haley. On production, the amazing Will Watkins, and of course my broadcast partner Dylan Davis. This is Jay Call. That's going to do it. Brought to you by Natural State Sports. If you aren't already, please subscribe to each of our schools' network channels on YouTube and give the broadcast a thumbs up. This time I want to thank some of our sponsors. Let's start off with the Medicine Shop of North Little Rock. They are located at 3836 JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And you can reach them at 501-758-1010 or at www.northlittlerock.medicineshop.com. We really appreciate all they do for National State Sports. And then let's give a huge shout-out to Dio Vanucci of Cornerstone Home Lending. 1701 Centerview Drive, Unit 200, Little Rock, Arkansas is where he can be found, or you can reach him at 501-303-4050 or at www.loansbydio.com. Text Dio to 36260. Huge shout-out to Dio for sponsoring Natural State Sports. He's been a sponsor for us for a few years now. And then let's give a shout-out to Akel's Carpet One Floor and Home. They are located at 10 Maumelle Curve Court, North Little Rock, Arkansas, 72117. You can reach them at 501-214-0495 or at www.akelscarpet1.com. Also want to give a shout-out to Acre Family Pharmacy. They are located at 1900 Club Manor Drive, Suite 101 in Maumelle, Arkansas. You can reach them at 501-274-1130 or at www.acrepharmacy.com. Really appreciate Acre Family Pharmacy for sponsoring our broadcast. Again, want to give a shout out to American Pie Pizza. They are located at 9709 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock, Arkansas. You can give them a call at 501-758-8800 or reach them at www.ampipizza.com. Huge shout out to American Pie Pizza. I know that they're a huge staple over there for the Maumelle Sports Network, so we really want to thank them a whole bunch. Then let's give a shout out to PI Roofing. If your roof leak detective, located at 6109 Remount Road, North Little Rock, Arkansas. You can give them a call at 501-707-3542. Serving Benton, Bryant, Cabot, Conway, Little Rock, North Little Rock, Maumelle, Sherwood, and Jacksonville. Offering roofing services for residential, commercial, wrap roof, gutters, as well as maintenance plans. Thank you, PI Roofing, for your being a sponsor. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and hope to see you next week as the Maumelle Hornets will be taking on the Benton Panthers. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good one.